do everything we can to hit that first cutoff man. Palacios is trying to make a play in the moment on Soto. He throws it behind him where it goes in, and then, just a kind of a fiasco, the ball rolling to the dugout.
That's probably the best way to describe it. Yesterday, Kevin, I'd like to hang my hat on something good. I thought Brandon Lau's drive over the wall was impressive to see, and another one there where he had fouled a ball off his leg earlier, or off his foot, wherever the toe that seems to be barking. But it does seem to me like his home run swing is coming back. He homered in the game before the break. And what are you seeing from his swing right now? He's getting loft again on the baseball.
He is. He seems like he's pretty balanced at the plate right now. And even, the fly out, I thought off the bat that was a homer given, this ballpark, and we've seen balls carry out of here. So just missed one, got one. It is a really good sign for us. He seems to be keyed in on the fastball, but making enough of adjustments on the off speed. The home run he hit was, I believe, a backdoor cutter.
Yeah, and he certainly nailed it. And one other thing to discuss. First day after the break, okay, the team came out, didn't play a great game, but I was wondering from your standpoint, how similar is it to, say, opening day or early in the season where there's certain pitches you want to make sure you get in there because there can be rust, right, when you don't pitch for a week at a time? Yeah,
look, when they shut down for 3-4 days, whatever it is, I think it is important to get them on the mound. Now, they do their work before the game where they're getting off the mound and touching the mound, feeling their stuff, but we all know it's a little different when you get out and you're pitching two hitters with a different uniform on. So not the worst thing for Army to get in there. Clevenger and Manny had a big inning as well.
Yeah, he did. I want to ask you one other thing about him. When he was up earlier, it seemed like he would build into his outing. Yesterday, I saw him throw 98s right out of the gate. Is that what you're looking for from him?
Ideally, yeah. I mean, we want the velo ready to go first pitch because, believe me, these hitters that we're facing, they're ready to go first pitch, and you want to give your max stuff, max effort as much as you can.
All right. Well, we talked about yesterday, and we'll turn the page on that one. Come back, talk about Game 2 with the manager right after this on the Rays Radio Network.
Spectrum delivers with fast and reliable internet. And with Spectrum One, you get even more. Spectrum Internet, so you can work, game, and stream with speeds up to a gig. Plus advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and one Spectrum Mobile unlimited line, both free for 12 months. Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and mobile. Get it all together with Spectrum One, starting at just $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Restrictions apply.
Fairbanks fires. Swing and a miss. He got him. Blew it by him at 101.
Embrace the grit and glow with Pete Fairbanks on Sunday, July 28th, when your Tampa Bay Rays go up against the Cincinnati Reds. The first 12,000 fans will receive a vibrant City Connect-themed Pete Fairbanks bobblehead, presented by Take 5 Oil Change.
Pete Fairbanks closes the door.
Go against the grain. Buy your tickets at RaysBaseball.com. 2024 Rays Baseball is presented by Orlando Health. Rays up.
Back here in the Bronx on a warm Saturday afternoon, the Rays and the Yankees Game 2 with the manager Kevin Cash. And Kevin, we noticed Yandy's not in the lineup today. I saw before the game officially placed on the restricted list. What do we know at this point? Do we know when he's coming back and why the restricted list? What does that officially mean?
Yeah, ultimately he's dealing with a family matter, and probably best to keep it at that. Yandy's okay, and ultimately you have to make that decision simply because we don't want to play short. We need a player here. We're activate Curtis Mead. He's going to be in the lineup today, and hope this is a continued day-to-day thing. Hope the best for Yandy and his family, and let's see if we can get him back here as soon as possible.
One thing about Mead, we know he was up earlier this year. He went back to AAA for most of this season. Have there been improvements offensively?
Yeah, look, I think he's made some adjustments. It's nice to see when players come up here and realize that they got to go back down, and there's some things that they can improve upon. Curtis's mindset, he's going to be great at doing that. Trust that everything he took from his experiences in the first month here, he took it to AAA, tried to make those adjustments. Nice to have him back.
All right, Nestor Cortez Jr. goes today for the Yankees. He was great against the Rays here, but the Rays got him twice in St. Pete, including right before the All-Star break. The right approach for him, and it's strange because he does seem like a different pitcher here.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had good at-bats against him, a week or 10 days ago.
Libera tu espíritu ganador. Apuestas deportivas y cientos de juegos de casino. Disfruta de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión al siguiente nivel. Betcris.
drilled deep right field, way back, and gone for a home run. Jose Ramirez with a 2-out, 2-run homer makes it a 4-run third inning for the Guardian. And for Cleveland, that is now their 13th home run they have hit this year with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. They hit 12 all of last year.
You can also celebrate Trading Card Day with Topps on July 27th at Tropicana Field and receive an exclusive Rays card pack. Follow @Topps on social media and visit Topps.com for more information.
Johnson Controls has been around for nearly 140 years, and we've always played to win. Our game-changing technology is improving the experience for fans at ballparks around the country, delivering clean air to help keep spaces healthy, reducing energy use to make stadiums more sustainable, advancing security solutions to help keep fans safe, all while creating connected, memorable game day experiences. Buildings are becoming smarter, healthier, and more sustainable, and Johnson Controls is proud to play our part.
Chris Adams-Wallback here on the Rays Radio pregame show ahead of Tampa Bay's showdown with the New York Yankees. It will be Game 2 of 4 with Taj Bradley going up against Nestor Cortez. And now to shed some more light on it, let's send it back up to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx where Neil Solondz is standing by with Mark Topkin of the Tampa Bay Times.
Thanks very much, Chris. We get set for Game 2 of 4 between the Rays and Yankees, and Rays President of Baseball Operations Eric Neander is with us. And Eric, club starts today, a game under 500, 9 games left before the trading deadline. How do you assess where the club is at this point?
I mean, we've 60-some games left. We're really attached to 500 or very close to it, and we have to break free of that and ascend north here really quickly. So have played better as of late, just with some of the struggles we've had early on, put us enough in a hole. The teams we're chasing are playing well, and there's a real urgency to each and every game right now to try to go out and win it.
From your standpoint, what do you want to see in the last 9 games? Obviously an urgency is part of it, but how good do the results have to be?
I'd like to see 9 wins until we're not able to. Wanted to see 10 yesterday, but look, it is what it is, right? There's a belief that we have in this group that they are a better unit than their record, but you also have only have so many games to prove that, and they're ticking down, and we got to find a way to climb north of 500. So it's there's some. You're aware of the teams you're chasing and what the records are, and it looks like it might be a year where you're going to need 90 to get in. You can do the math on how many games we have left. We got to start ripping off wins.
Is it hard because of how well you thought of this group going into this year that you may have to move some pieces at the deadline?
Yeah, I think, look, we still have some time here, and I think the focus is on just trying to take care of business today. Make sure that those of us that are around is doing whatever big or small part we can to help this group prepare to play their best game today. And I think we're gonna stay very present with that here as long as we can. And it's believed we'd be in a better position record-wise than where we are, and that's disappointing. But it's also something we can't change anything that's happened up to this very moment. We just gotta do our best moving forward, and that starts with playing a good game today.
Do you feel that this will just be taken right up until the deadline because of the way things are right now?
Yeah, would like to think so. Like I said, it starts by taking care of today's game, playing a good game, better game than yesterday, and getting a win. And if we do that, then we can move on to the next one and try to get another and stack some together. But yeah, look, because of that belief.
Mauricio, a September call-up for the Mets this month.
That's turned down the right field line, back toward the pole, and it's out of here! Ronnie Mauricio with his first Major League home run. A monstrous shot into the back of the Coca-Cola corner. Mauricio with a two-run shot, a 440-foot blast for his first in the big leagues, and it's 3-1 New York.
It was prodigious, 440 feet.
Have available here before we have to make those decisions. But everything looks really good on Jeffrey, and continuing to progress through the rehab and getting really close to the end here to be active.
Well, let's hope that continues to go well, and also that things start to turn on the one-loss record in the right direction starting today. Eric, we appreciate some time on the pregame show.
All right, Neil, I appreciate it. Let's get one today.
Indeed. That's Eric Neander, President of Baseball Operations for the Rays. Back now to the watch party in Chris Adams Wall.
All right, thanks very much, Neil. And obviously that was not Mark Topkin of the Tampa Bay Times. It was Rays President of Baseball Operations, Eric Neander, but some really insightful stuff there from the Rays President of Baseball Operations. A lot to chew on. We'll go to our final break, though, here on the Rays Radio pregame show. Come back and get you all set to go for Rays and Yankees, game 2 of 4, right after this on the Rays Baseball Network.
Mint House is a premier hospitality brand offering a blend of home comfort and hotel convenience. Our award-winning properties feature upscale apartment-style amenities and workspaces. Stay at Mint House, St. Petersburg downtown in the vibrant Edge District for a local experience. Enjoy a private balcony, full kitchen, washer-dryer, free Wi-Fi, and spacious living areas. Plus, access to the on-site resort-style pool, outdoor grills, and you're steps away from Tropicana Field, craft breweries, bars, and trendy restaurants. Visit minthouse.com and follow at Stay Mint on Instagram.
This improbable season has another chapter to it.
This summer, sharpen your reading skills by participating in Reading with the Rays, presented by Suncoast Credit Union. Keep track of your reading hours and receive prizes like tickets to a Rays game and more.
Swinging a high fly ball toward the left field corner, and it is gone.
Hit a home run by reading with the Rays. Visit your local library or download your game card today at raysbaseball.com/reading.
And that'll do it for us here on the Rays Radio pregame show. Come see us at Krabby's on the Pass. We'll talk to you in the second. Enjoy the game, everyone.
Thank you for listening to the Rays pregame show.
The pitch, he stays, and Paredes swings and drives it. Deep left field, and the Rays have the lead. Isaac Paredes didn't find the wall, but he hit it over the wall. And it's 2-1 Tampa Bay here in the 6th inning.
On deck are the voices of the Rays, Andy Freed and Neil Solondz, who will bring you all the action from first pitch to the final out.
Bosch tools are built for work.
Can you find Pete Alonso in this sea of Mets fans?
his second home run of the day. Pete Alonso keeps on raking.
Just very strong.
And there he is.
Ronald hammers this to left center. That ball is history. And Ronald Acuna Jr. just made history. He has Major League Baseball's first ever 30-60 season, and he does it in grand fashion. What a milestone for Acuna.
Oh, he knew it as soon as he hit it. Do you think? I mean, that was the baseball card pose on that bat finish. He hit that halfway up the pavilion.
Party at Acuna's.
We do not mess up your name. We pride ourselves here on MLB Central.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
On getting them right. We have a little game for you. Are you ready? Blow or Lau had his first big league hit against Nathan Eovaldi.
Wow.
No.
Oh.
Your first knock's Eovaldi?
Off the end of the bats.
That's
Weber.
a nice one, though.
Yeah.
That's a good
What were you thinking right there?
Oh, this is your first knock? That doesn't count.
Have you ever hit 1,000 for a year?
There you go.
Rays Radio Network.
Swinging a long drive deep to left. Down the line into the corner, and that's how you start a year. And that's how you start a year. Home run Diaz, 1-0 Rays. He circles the bases to the ovation, and the Rays lead 1-0.
Today's game is brought to you by Tropicana, the juice that starts it all. Cane's Furniture, quality, selection, value. That's the confidence of Cane's.
Swing and a miss, he got him again. For the second time tonight, Taj Bradley fans the side. He has struck out 8 and retired all 9.
Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, locally owned and operated. Crown Automotive, the better way to buy for over 50 years.
Here he throws, swung on and missed, strike 3, and the Rays win it at Fenway Park. The Rays hold on and beat the Red Sox by the final score of 5-3 as Jason Adams strikes out 3 in a row.
To bring you the play-by-play of today's game, here are the voices of the Rays, Andy Freed and Neil Solondz.
Welcome, everyone, to Day Baseball in New York City. We've got Game 2 of the 4-game set. It's the Rays against the New York Yankees. And along with Neil Solondz, I'm Andy Freed. We're glad you're with us on a warm and somewhat overcast, humid afternoon here in the Big Apple as the Rays look to bounce back, Neil, from yesterday's outing. They came out flat. There's no two ways about it. They did not play a good baseball game yesterday. They're going to have to do a little bit better than that against Nestor Cortez, but probably the bigger story for the Rays, Taj Bradley has been on an incredible run. He needs to be aggressive against the Yankee lineup.
You know, for all the talk in Major League Baseball, Andy, about how good Paul Skeens has been, and he's been great, Taj Bradley has been right there with him, maybe even better over his last 7 starts. He's given up 5 earned runs over that stretch, and this will be a true test because not only is he facing the Yankees for the second time this year, but he's doing so on the road. And I think for a young pitcher, this is a tough ballpark to pitch in, especially with that short porch and right, so he's going to have to attack in the strike zone. The Yankees walked 6 times yesterday. They lead the majors in walks drawn, and they're going to accept the walks if you're not going to challenge them in the zone. And I think the reason Taj Bradley has been so good is because he attacks in the strike zone.
Yeah, he can beat players with his stuff. That's how good he
Full-flavored and unrivaled jalapeno-infused spicy tequila. Superbird Fuego proves spicy tequila can be insanely delicious. Superbird can be found at select retailers, or try Superbird at Tropicana Field at the third base food hall and first base suite level bar.
Starting lineups. Why don't we pause for station identification? This is the Race Baseball Network. One of this four-game set. They'll lead it off with Ben Rice once again at first.
It's about third base, and the umpires are now at home plate, and the lineups are being exchanged. And there goes the Tampa Bay Rays bullpen out to their bullpen. They're walking in single file. And if you're looking at it, if you've ever looked at bullpens marching out and you see a guy either in the front or the back carrying a big knapsack, it is the guy with the least amount of time in the big leagues. He has to carry out, well, it used to be candy. I don't know what they have now. They probably have protein bars.
Libera tu espíritu ganador. Apuestas deportivas y cientos de juegos de casino. Disfruta de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión de nivel. Betcris.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Corey Seager in this photo of Rangers fans?
What a play by Corey Seager. It's a number 5 again.
It's on the lead by Seager. That is robbery.
There is no stopping Corey Seager.
To get the timing down, and it has. And he said this is a different kind of injury, and it's healing differently. And you know, it is a different body type that he has now. So we shall have to see. But my guess is that it'll probably be now in Boston. Now, why was Austin Wells put in the leadoff spot? I mean, in the cleanup spot, because Aaron Boone said yesterday that they probably didn't want to put that much pressure on him, and then they decided that he's had really good quality at bats. And yesterday he was on base time. He was on base 3 times last night, so they decided to give it a try. Also, I think Alex Verdugo, who is really scuffling, needs to have the pressure taken off him a little bit and move down. So he has moved down from the cleanup spot to the number 6 hole. And so he is in between Torres and Volpe. Torres, by the way, has hit .320 over his last 4 games, so he has been hitting very well as of late. So Nestor Cortes has finished his warm-up tosses, and we are coming to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth. And as Ahmed Rosario steps up to the plate, let's turn the mic over to Justin Shackle.
Thank you so much, Susan. And once again, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Yankees baseball here on a cloudy Yankee Stadium. A breezy afternoon, but it is mostly cloudy as we get set for the second game of this 4-game wraparound weekend series. And lefty Nestor Cortes Jr. about to make his 21st start of the season. The 29-year-old into the windup, and the first pitch is outside to Ahmed Rosario.
And that first pitch was a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Speed is great for pitching, not for driving. Vision Zero Initiative reminds you that speeding ruins lives, so slow down.
Next pitch is a four-seamer on the outside corner of the strike zone. A lot of right-handers in Tampa Bay's lineup this afternoon. We have one switch hitter in Taylor Walls. The rest are all righties. 1-1. Swung on and clipped foul behind home plate. Rosario didn't play last night. He's hitting .308 with 2 homers and 26 RBIs. Rays played a sloppy game. They're now at 48-49. The Yankees enter at 59-40. A win today, they'll be back to 20 games above 500. Next pitch rolled on the ground at shortstop. Couple of steps to his right. Volpe fires to first. It's in time, and there's one away.
And throwing a lot of fastballs early on. This is what Nestor Cortes just does a little slower than sometimes he starts off 93, 94. Those were the 193 and then 90, 91. What he wants to do is establish that fastball. And once he figures that he's got that down, and it looks like he does immediately, then he can go to his other stuff.
Here's Isaac Paredes. Pitch. And it's in there for a strike. A backdoor sweeper to start off Paredes. He went 0 for 4 last night, batting .258 with 15 homers and 50 RBIs. 0-1. Swung on and fisted foul behind home plate. And Cortes working quickly, Susan.
And he feels it. You can tell with pitchers, and Cortes particularly, when he's got it, when he's feeling it, he just gets there. He's got to wait for Paredes to get back in the box, but he's ready to go. And Paredes knows that, and that's why he stepped out.
Here's the 0-2. Low and away to Paredes. Changeup. Cortes looking for a little bit of redemption. Last start before the break was at Tropicana Field against these Rays. Gave up a season-high 5 runs in 4 1/3 innings of work. The 1-2. Again, hit foul behind home plate.
You know, and everybody keeps asking, well, why is he so different here than on the road? If they knew, they'd fix it. And it's just, all you can say, he's very comfortable here. You know, he loves pitching in front of these fans, but it can't be that simple.
A 1.81 home ERA. 1-2. High and away. Nestor has a 6.04 road earned run average.
Maybe it is that simple. Fans familiar with the mound? I didn't.
Extra juice, little edge. 2-2. Lifted in the air to right field. Racing in toward the line, Aaron Judge still coming on. Makes the one-handed catch. And Paredes retired 2 away.
And you heard that right. Judge is playing right field this afternoon. Soto is getting a half a day off. He is DH. And all that running around the bases and the bunt, it takes a lot out of him. He doesn't like to DH either.
Well, can you blame him? Played the field last night, reached 5 times.
Yeah, but will there be a difference? Let's see if there's a difference.
Yeah. Here's Curtis Mead, who was called up today. Rays placed Yandy Diaz on the restricted list. And the pitch to Mead, the 23-year-old from Australia, is in there for a strike.
And he was up, I think, the first time we were there.
A couple of pitches ago with that Paredes at bat. 0-1. Soft liner right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. That bounced just on the edge of the infield dirt, but Torres was shaded towards second base, so Curtis Mead has a soft hit single with 2 outs. There was a foul ball that went into the yes booth.
Yes, it did.
Paul O'Neill moved out of the way.
He did. James Smythe got it, right? He had to bend down and get it? Yeah. You mean he didn't stand up and just put that as a hand out? Like
surprised.
Oh.
Here's Randy Arozarena, first pitch. Misses low and away to the Rays left fielder, and it was an adventure for Arozarena in left field last night.
You know, this is the way they played when the Yankees first saw them. When was that first meeting in Tampa? Oh, it was here in April.
Pitch, broken bat, liner into left field. That drops in for a base hit. Verdugo plays it on a hop. Mead up to second base, and back-to-back singles for the Rays here in the top of the first.
Kind of a miss-hit. You can hear that kind of broken bat.
The Rays didn't mince words. Taylor Walls last night said that the effort probably could have been a little bit better. Yeah. I think collectively as a team, I think we could have been a little more focused, had a little more urgency. Rays had 3 errors last night, and credit to the Yankees, they took advantage. Here's Johnny DeLuca. He clips the first pitch he sees, foul to the net.
You know, it's also, you talk about, there's no real leader on this team. And that makes a big difference. It's an odd kind of team.
Johnny DeLuca did not play last night. Andy 0-1. Cortez comes upstairs.
Well, the Rays have always been able to have two different teams, a lefty team and a righty team. And this year, neither the lefties or the righties are hitting much.
Now the 1-1. Tapped foul to the left of home plate. And Cortez is ahead 1-2 on DeLuca, who's hit 178 in 52 games so far. 3 homers, 18 RBIs.
DeLuca, part of the trade for Tyler Glasnow, came back from the Dodgers. Manny Margot went in that trade also.
Cortez from the stretch, and the lefty delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A side-winding sinker from Cortez. He fans DeLuca, and the side retired to the top of the first. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. End of a half inning. Rays nothing. Yankees coming up to hit for the first time on WFAN Yankees Radio, electrified by the Jeep 4xE lineup.
Robot, why do customers...
Should not be surprised to see Austin Riley with an opportunity and a runner in scoring position.
He hits this well into left center field. He hits it so well that it is not coming back. There is Riley's first home run since April 7th. And folks, he got his money's worth. And it's 1-0 Atlanta.
449 feet, absolutely tattooed. And how nice is it to see one of these hard hit balls? He has hit a bunch and he hasn't had a lot of luck. And so he takes all the luck out of play. 110.
Doc and DMVPs.
Athletes are not the only ones who get injured. If you're in need of inpatient short or long-term rehabilitation, Morningside Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in the Bronx is ready to give you the type of care that will make the difference. Visit MorningsideNRC.com.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
The Barnes Firm reminds you this copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees.
Bottom of the first, scoreless game. First pitch that Ben Rice sees from the right-hander Taj Bradley's fouled off.
If you're injured, one call to make, and that's to the Barnes Firm Injury Attorneys, 1-800-8-million for a free case evaluation.
Rice, the Yankees' lefty leadoff hitter. And the pitch, low and in from Bradley. It's a cutter. Taj Bradley, 23 years of age, out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. He's 4-4 with a 2.90 ERA in 12 starts, but Susan mentioned it. He has been on a roll for over a month and a half now. And the 1-1 to Rice. High and away. Is that four-seamer and splitter a good combo? And it's the question that whether the Yankees can overcome that combo that's carried Bradley to a sub-2 ERA over his last 7 starts.
And awfully good.
2-1. Swinging a liner, right field. It's hanging up for DeLuca, and he can't get it. It drops over his head, and it bounces to the wall. Sprinting to second is Rice. As the Rays play it in, and Rice has himself a leadoff double to begin the Yankees' afternoon on offense.
Well, a good way to start this for him because everybody's talking about Taj Bradley and how good he is, which he is. You know, when he was in high school, they signed him out of high school, and he wasn't a high-round pick. I think it was a number 5 pick. He was an outfielder or an infielder. He did not pitch very much in high school.
And he played the outfield and caught a little bit in high school before pitching his senior year. Here's Soto. Swing and a miss right at home plate. Soto reached base 5 times last night, a 4-hit night. And a little bit of everything. Dropped down a bunt for a hit. Scored on a Little League homer. 2 doubles. Has his average back up to over .300, now at .303, 23 homers, 66 RBIs. So Rice is at second. Nobody out, bottom of the first. Yankees looking for the game's first run. The pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball to first base, picked by Paredes. His only play will be to tap first base as Rice goes to third. So Soto grounds out hard to first. And the Yankees have a runner 90 feet away.
And that does move the runner, which is something that Soto always seems to.
Here's Aaron Judge. Had a multi-hit night yesterday. Also walked.
And aren't you kind of interested to know how this is going to play out as long as they're bringing the infield in now, whether people are going to stop really pitching to Judge if nobody else picks it up?
First pitch is high and in on a 98-mile-an-hour heater. Yeah, he has 9 walks in his last 5 games. And the walk last night against Zach Eflin stood out because that walk loaded the bases. Yankees came through. A 1-0. Hit foul on the first base side. Anthony Volpe made Eflin and the Rays pay. Bases clearing double. That was the hit of the game in last night's 6-1 win.
It was.
But, yeah, Judge receiving a lot of free passes. And will it increase? Infield remains in. The 1-1. Misses low with the ball.
By the way, when Nestor Cortez struck out Johnny DeLuca, that was the first strikeout of the game, presented by Vessi. Strike out Wet Sox with Vessi's 100% waterproof shoes, designed in every style. Visit vessi.com/baseball and find your pair.
Bradley with the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Wow. There's that splitter.
It's a beauty, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Good depth. Landed right at the shins of Judge. Swung right over it. So it's 2-2 to Judge. 308 hitter, 34 homers, 86 driven in. Both lead baseball. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It was a splitter. And Susan, that was a harder version of a splitter because it stayed in the strike zone.
And that actually, he's got 2 the way Chapman had 2, and a couple others do. That's when it really gets tough. There are 2 splitters, and Chapman used to tell me that how he threw both of them. One was exactly a little harder. One is actually a strike, and the other one ends up on the ground.
So he has the chase splitter and then the harder splitters for strikes. Here's Austin Wells, this afternoon's cleanup hitter. Brought to you by Citgo. First pitch comes in under the hands for ball 1. Citgo Top Tier Tri-Clean Gasoline gets you where you're going. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Wells, the lefty, hitting .216 with 6 homers and 20 RBIs. Not telling the full story, though. Rice is at third with 2 outs. The pitch misses down and away. Susan, he has an OPS over 900 over his last 26 games.
And he has really started to hit, and they weren't paying attention really to his hitting because he was learning the catching, and now he's a number 1 catcher until Trevino gets back. And now he's concentrating a little more on that hitting.
Pitch is in there for a strike, a 4-seamer at the top of the zone.
Now they're hoping, because the third baseman, Rosario, is in on the grass. Everybody else is back, but he is even with the runner and Rice at third base.
The shortstop wall shaded towards second. Everybody back, aside from Rosario. Like Susan said, the 2-1, sliced foul, third base side.
So what they're thinking is the way they're pitching him, if he swings it, he's going to be late on it, and it's going to go right to Rosario, who has now moved back after I said that. Moved back halfway. And there's big space between Rosario and the shortstop Walls, who is right, as Justin said, right behind second base.
Rosario repositions himself with 2 strikes now against Wells. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at third. Scoreless game, bottom of the first. The pitch, swinging a tapper foul on the first base side. Yankees wearing their home whites with the pinstripes. Dark blue caps, the Rays, just like last night, their alternate dark blue jersey tops and the road gray pants with the blue piping down the side. A win today for the Yankees would bring them back to 20 games above 500. And the 2-2 misses low for ball 3. And this is what Wells has done so well lately, working at bats, working the count. He drew 3 walks last night. Rice remains on third. 3-2 the count. Bradley delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a cutter from the right-hander, and he fans Wells to end the first inning. No runs for the Yankees on one hit. They leave a runner at third. We go to the second. It's a scoreless game on WFAN Yankees Radio, electrified by the Jeep, floor by Eli.
Whether you're off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park, Citgo Top Tier Tri-Clean.
And here's another one I believe went off the scoreboard. If you miss in the middle of the plate with Max Muncy, he's good. Look at that level swing right there. And he's a hitter. But what I love, watch him drop. What he does is he moves his hands and he loads into the back leg. Here you see the knob facing the catcher, which I really love because that's the power position for any power hitter.
.org/heart.
Start of the second in the Bronx. Yankees and Rays are scoreless. As Nestor Cortez goes back to work, he'll face the number 6 hitter Jose Siri for Tampa Bay. Siri, the center fielder, a righty bat, went 1 for 4 last night. And Cortez into his windup. The pitch tipped foul to the net.
This drive around the league is brought to you by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. HyundaiUSA.com. There is one game going on right now. The makeup game of yesterday's postponed game in Atlanta. They're going to play 2 today.
0-1. Swing at a bouncer. Weekly hit to shortstop. Up with it is Volpe. Throws to first, and it's in time.
Just got him.
Yeah, getting the speedy Siri. There's the first out.
Scoreless in Atlanta. St. Louis has not scored in the top of the first. Atlanta up now. Kyle Gibson against Charlie Morton in the second game. That's tonight. This is a day-night doubleheader. It'll be Sonny Gray against Bryce Elder. Mets are in Miami at 4. Luis Severino and Roderick Munoz. Pittsburgh is hosting Philadelphia. Pittsburgh's won 5 straight. Christopher Sanchez against Luis Ortiz.
Here's Jose Caballero. First pitch is high and away to the Rays' second baseman.
Cincinnati will be at Washington. That's at 6:45. Nick Lodolo against Mackenzie Gore. Arizona at the Cubs. That's at 7.
1-0. Hit foul to the net, and it's 1-1.
Boston's out in L.A. to play the Dodgers. Brian Bayo against Justin Robleski. Do you know, every time I read a pitcher's name in Dodgers, it's another name. They must have an endless amount of people down in the minor leagues.
Caballero shows bunt, pulls back the pitch is a strike. The pitching depth rather deep for L.A.
San Francisco will be at Colorado at 8. Logan Webb against Kyle Freeland. Detroit's in Toronto. That starts at 3. Reese Olson against Yusei Kikuchi. They decided to play their Saturday afternoon games at 3.
1-2's outside to Caballero.
Angels at Oakland at 4. Baltimore is in Texas at 7. Grayson Rodriguez against Max Scherzer.
2-2. Hit foul to the net again.
San Diego and Cleveland also at 7. Dylan Cease against Gavin Williams. It'll be Jonathan Cannon against Brady Singer as the White Sox are in Kansas City. White Sox have lost 5 straight. Minnesota is hosting Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta against Pablo Lopez. And bringing up the rear, Seattle's now lost 4 in a row. They're once again hosting Houston.
2-2, reach for, grounded softly to shortstop. Volpe's up with it cleanly, throws to first, in time, 2 away.
All these ground balls. This is Nestor at his best. Houston at Seattle, as I said, 9:40. Framber Valdez against Rye's own George Kirby. So Houston, we had said earlier in the season, you don't say that they're out of it until they prove that. They're not out of it. They're now in first place.
Seattle's dropped 4 straight, and the remarkable thing is how much ground the Astros have made up in a short amount of time as Taylor Walls takes a look at a first pitch fastball upstairs. If you go back to June 19th, Susan, Houston trailed Seattle by 10 games.
It's amazing. They win every day, and Seattle loses every day.
Coming in is Verdugo, and the left fielder makes the catch. Alex Verdugo takes care of that. A 1-2-3 second inning for Nestor Cortez Jr. and the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the second, scoreless on WFAN Yankees Radio. Electrified by the Jeep 4xE lineup.
Batter up.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in this photo of Blue Jays fans?
Vlad Guerrero Jr. is not containable.
3-homer night for Vladdy, and it's gone! There it is right there. Leaping grab made by Guerrero.
He is doing things that we don't see come around very often.
Get up, Bo, get out of here, and grand slam for Vladdy Guerrero Jr.
And there he is.
Ohtani struck out, had an infield hit, and then lined out. 3-1.
First Dodger home run. Okay, you can sign it. It's a signature.
And the Dodgers go up 5-3. 430 feet.
This was a no.
Check out my story at montefiore.org/Barbara.
It's Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa's Christmas in July gift card sale. Discover relaxation at their 80 New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut locations or online for exclusive deals. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See spa for details.
Yankees coming up to hit in the bottom of the second. Scoreless game against the Rays as Gleyber Torres stands in. He's hit better lately. And the righty Taj Bradley, who looked impressive in the first, deals the first pitch is loaned away. Torres is hitting .231 with 8 homers and 35 driven in.
Wayne said earlier, hitting .320 over his last 4. His bats look a lot better.
Bradley's 1-0. Misses upstairs with the 4-seamer at 96.
Now everybody playing regular position. Paredes is in on the grass at first base. Now Rosario backing up. He was in on the grass for those first 2 pitches.
And the 2-0 catches the bottom of the strike zone.
You know who else was an outfielder that converted to a pitcher once he was drafted? Kenny Rogers. Pitcher.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
Usually that means that they didn't hit.
Kenny pitched well. Pitched for a lot of teams.
For a lot of years. A lot of years. You know, all the times...
2-2. Whacked foul down the right field line.
You know, during the playoffs when he would get racked around and everything, the team won every single one of those games, which I thought was remarkable. And in '96 in the World Series parade, there's Kenny on top of one of the floats with a flag, the happiest person.
2-2 skips in the dirt. It's full on Torres.
Well, besides what Kenny Rogers did when he was a Yankee, he brought the team Scott Brocious.
That's right.
1998, all he did was end up MVP of the World Series. 100 RBIs from the 9-hole.
The 3-2 went upstairs with the fastball. They appeal, and Edwin Jimenez says that Torres stayed put, so it's ball 4.
Did not go around on that. And that was the first walk of the game, brought to you by Route 22 Toyota. Why walk when you could be driving a new Toyota? Route22Toyota.com.
That was the trade ahead of the '98 season. Kenny Rogers for Scott Brocious.
And one of the reasons was that Scott had an awful, awful year. And I used to talk to him about that. I think he hit .211 the year before, but he played everywhere.
Pitch is rolled on the ground up the middle. The shortstop Walls has it. Steps on second, throws to first. It's a double play. A 6-3 double play is Verdugo, who saw 9 pitches last night, Susan. He swings at the first pitch here and hits it to a double play.
Yeah, that does not behoove him. I understand everyone will say with a guy like that, you want to swing early because you don't want to get to 0-2 because he does throw strikes.
So there's 2 away, nobody out in the bottom of the second, a scoreless game. Here's Anthony Volpe, who looked a lot better last night coming out of the break. First pitch, looping curveball upstairs.
And the first pitch at the bottom of the second was a 91-mile-an-hour cutter, brought to you by Optimum, the fastest fiber internet in the tri-state and speeds up to 8 gig. Optimum, where local is big time.
Left side of the Rays infield playing back, 1-0, check swing. It was a strike. Volpe's hitting .248, 6 homers and 35 RBIs. And multiple Yankees said it after last night's win. That bases clearing double in the third, that was the hit of the game.
Including Garrett Cole.
Bouncer over toward third on a backhand. Rosario can't play it, picks it up, and he's going to have to put it in his pocket because Volpe's speed allows him to get to first base. And that should be an error on Rosario.
It was indeed, and he tried to backhand it. And that's one of the things I'm just not used to seeing, this team playing lousy defense. This is Tampa Bay. It's their whole game is predicated on run prevention, which means pitching and defense, and then I'll figure out how to get a run or two. But he tried to backhand that. He could have easily played it regularly.
So let's see if the Yankees can make the Rays pay here for giving them an extra out in the bottom of the second. Here's Trent Grisham. First pitch in there for a strike. Grisham's the center fielder. He's up at the plate. Centers Healthcare would like to remind you they're not just care, they're care that moves you. CentersHealthcare.com. Caballero playing back at second base. Walls inched toward the bag at second. 0-1. Popped up. Foul ground. Third base side in front of the Rays dugout. Rosario leans over and he can't make a play. It bounces off the roof of the Rays dugout. Grisham's hitting .188 over 117 at-bats. 6 homers and 19 RBIs. He's hit a lot better with increased playing time. And he's in center field once again this afternoon. Aaron Judge in right. Juan Soto DHing. 0-2. Bradley to the plate. And it's hit foul behind home plate.
That foul ball was caught by a gentleman. He was going after it, and there was a little boy next to him. He's got a Knicks jersey on, and the little boy couldn't get it. And the man caught it, and you know what he did? He gave it to the little boy. He doesn't know him because they're sitting in different seats. I was about to blast this guy for taking the ball away from a child.
The 0-2 hit foul right at home plate, so he redeemed himself.
He did. He did it really quickly, too, because the little boy is looking up at him, gave him the ball, and the father just turned around and thanked him. See, we love to see that.
Absolutely. Trent Grisham battling Taj Bradley here. 0-2 the count with 2 outs, runner at first. And Bradley's pitch misses low. The splitter out of the zone.
Today up at Cooperstown, our buddy Joe Castiglione, longtime voice of the Red Sox, being inducted into the Hall of Fame, Ford Frick Award. And he said, because they interview them in front of everybody before the induction ceremony, and he
1-2 hit hard on the ground to second base. Caballero up with it. Short throw to first. It's in time.
And he said that he was a little anxious, and they asked him why, and he said, because I'm not used to being able to see the people I'm talking to.
Oh, wow. Good point. Congratulations to Joe Castiglione up in Cooperstown.
Home to Ohtani, smashes a drive, center field, Shohei Ohtani, we're gone!
And a first pitch home run for Shohei Ohtani. It is 5-1. Ohtani with 2 home runs today. He goes 4 for 4.
464-foot home run, the 4th hit of the day for the otherworldly, one of a kind, Shohei Ohtani.
And here's another one I believe went off the scoreboard. If you miss in the middle of the plate with Max Muncy, he's good. Look at that level swing right there. And he's a hitter. But what I love, watch him drive.
NY.org and click on Parish Finder to find a church near you.
Start of the third inning, scoreless game of the Bronx as Nestor Cortez Jr. into his windup, and he delivers a first pitch swinging strike to Alex Jackson, the Rays 9-hitter.
Hey, Yankee fans, need a pick-me-up that's as strong as the Yankees bullpen? Duncan's got your back with drinks that'll have you running the bases in no time.
Jackson, a light-hitting catcher for Tampa Bay, and he pops this one foul on the first base side.
Drinks that'll have you running the bases in no time. Slide into Duncan and get energized for the game. The New York Yankees run on Duncan. That was very kind since he's batting .082.
7 for 85. That's how you get to 0.82 for Alex Jackson.
Yes.
0-2. Just off the outside corner. Cortez missed with the changeup. I'll tell you what, though, for those 7 hits, it's got a little bit of pop. 4 doubles, a home run.
Oh, okay.
Still not what you want. 1-2. Low and away.
No, not what you want.
Cortez has retired 4 straight. He's induced a few ground balls so far. The 2-2. Swinging a rocket shot foul. Third base side into the netting. Third innings brought to you by Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details.
Well, one of the things Cortez is really throwing strikes. He's just pinpointing where he wants that to be.
Now the 2-2. Just off the outside corner again with the sweeper.
It's a little bit of trying to get him to chase. Rays 1 game under 500 now with the loss yesterday.
Now the 3-2. Again, hit foul on the first base side.
And I thought it's really funny because Kevin Cash even admitted to me when I talked to him from pregame, they really have no idea what they're going to do. They could sell. It depends on, he said, on the next 10 days. I'm sure that Eric Neander's not just sitting around, but...
Payoff. He misses low. So that's a walk issued to the number 9 hitter, Alex Jackson.
And Nestor just kicks the dirt in frustration. That's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, but just for the Rays' plans here, Susan, over the next 9-10 days, this is an organization that I feel like they can go 5-5, right? Just say over the next 10 days,
and they still won't know
or
what they're
8-2 even.
Well,
and with the pragmatic approach that they go with, I mean, it could be the same approach as if they did go 5-5.
Could be, depending on everybody else too. See where they are.
Pitches in there for a strike.
You know, you're only a couple of games out, but there are, 6 teams ahead of you at half the time? They're 11 games out of first, so that's pretty much gone, you would think.
5.5 out of the wild card.
Yeah, and that's doable, but there are all kinds of teams ahead of them.
Next pitch to Rosario, the leadoff hitter's outside, so it's 1-1. Yankees and Rays scoreless in the top of the third.
And Yes has some pictures up now of Clark Schmidt, who did a bullpen today through 15 pitches, and he was smiling when he came back in, so it must be okay.
Pitch is fouled off to the first base side.
Although he's always smiling, so you can't really... He's just happy to be there. He was pretty excited yesterday. We talked to him about it. He's a ways off. That's not anytime soon, because he hasn't pitched in a while, so he has to go back through maybe by the end of August, maybe?
1-2. Swinging a hard ground ball past third into left field. Base hit for Rosario. Up to second goes Jackson as Verdugo plays it in. And the Rays have the first 2 hitters aboard here in the top of the third. Yeah, Clark Schmidt leads the pitching staff in smiles. Juan Soto leads the position players in smiles.
Well, yes, he does. Juan Soto leads everybody in joy. He just has the best time. Of course, if you were that talented and that good, you'd be smiling all the time, too.
Here's Yitzhak Paredes. 0 for 1, flew out to right field. Rays threatening a bit here in the top of the third. The pitch. He's in there for a strike. Cortez started him off with a sweeper.
And Justin was talking about Soto and Judge yesterday. They combined to reach base 8 times in 10 plate appearances. They were 6 for 8. The rest of the lineup 3 for 24.
There's a bouncer to third base. LeMahieu has it to second for 1. Over to first. In time, a double play. Down to third goes Jackson, but the Yankees pick up 2 outs on that bouncer off the bat of Paredes.
And they really needed that right there. The last thing you want to do, and you could see Nestor frustrated that he walked Alex Jackson.
So a 2 away and a runner at third. Here's Curtis Mead. Just 23 years of age. He's 1 for 1 with a single, and he lifts this one deep into left field. Verdugo on his horse. He's moving back near the warning track, and it bounces off the base of the wall. Playing it in off the hard carom is Grisham. Scoring from third is Jackson. And standing at second base with a 2-out RBI double is Curtis Mead. The Rays have taken a 1-0 lead.
And he's now 2 for 2, a single and a double with that RBI. And right off the end of the bat, he's got some pop there. That was right off the end of the bat. Didn't miss a home run by very much. It hit off the those windows, those plastic windows that are in front of the visiting bullpen.
And that was near the 399 marker in left center. So here's Arozarena, another runner at second, and the pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
See, that all starts with that walk to the number 9 hitter.
Just about to say, the leadoff walk comes back to bite the Yankees. Pitch down in the dirt. Good block by Wells on the changeup. Arozarena singled in his first at bat. You have no true left-handers in this Rays lineup, but Kevin Cash also just stacked his most productive hitters against left-handed pitching. 1-1 misses outside. Rosario's a good lefty hitting batter. Same with Paredes and Curtis Mead.
They do that a lot. That the people that get the most at bats will be up at the top. Are usually their best hitters, and they don't worry about lefty righty because they get
2 1s in there for a strike.
So when Nestor comes out of the game, in come the righties.
Yep. But even a player like Mead, who has less than 2 years of big league time, he's hitting third. He has really good numbers against lefty pitching.
He really does. We liked him the first time we saw him.
2-2. Hit foul to the net. He's from Adelaide, South Australia. Curtis Mead. Australian signed by the Phillies. He was traded to the Rays for Christopher Sanchez.
Wow.
All-star for Philadelphia.
Oh my. Really?
Yeah. Here's the 2-2. Hit foul over the net behind home plate.
Well, we don't know what he's going to be in the future, but right now that's
a rare L for the Rays.
I was going to say they don't usually lose trades.
1-0 Tampa Bay after the Mead RBI double. 2 outs, runner at second. 2-2 the count to Arozarena, and Cortez delivers. And it's rocked foul on the ground, third base side.
All right, down in Durham, and it's against lefties. Isn't that against lefties? He hits .305. This is minor leagues, and 198 against righties. That's a big disparity.
Infield is back. 2-2 the pitch. Swinging a hard bouncer to third base. LeMahieu has it. Double clutch throw to first, and it's in time. And the side retired, but the Rays pick up the first run of the ball game. They do it on 2 hits. They leave a runner in scoring position. End of 2.5 of the Bronx. It's the Rays 1, the Yankees nothing on WFAN Yankees Radio.
she has better poops eating the farmer's dog. That's important.
I can confirm Elvis's poops have never been better, and he's never been more excited for mealtime as well. Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/WFAN and let the Farmer's Dog know we sent you. Click WFAN after you sign up for your first box.
Third inning is brought to you by Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details. It's a 1-0 Rays lead as we start the bottom of the third. First pitch to DJ LeMahieu's upstairs.
Storage Post of your home for local self-storage solutions, climate control units, top-notch security, and the official self-storage partner of the New York Yankees.
Bradley's 1-0. A check swing by LeMahieu. He went around. He's hitting 182 now with no homers and 11 RBIs. Aaron Boone saying this morning that he believes DJ LeMahieu's healthy. 1-1, skips in the dirt outside. He's just working to get in that good spot that he's been at as a hitter throughout his career.
Now, one of the question asked, though, there's something interesting about that.
The 2-1. In there for a strike. Borderline pitch.
The question to Aaron Boone was, do you believe DJ is 100% healthy? And the answer was, I believe he's healthy. And broken bones in your foot.
2-1 hit foul behind home plate. So you're saying read the tea leaves?
Well,
or between the lines?
Not the tea leaves.
Yeah,
there
between
were
the
no tea
lines.
leaves.
No.
Between the lines. He did not say he was 100% healthy. But whatever it is, and this is, he also was asked what makes you believe that he can come back, and this has been half a season now. The
2-2 upstairs, and it's full.
The main thing, actually, is there's the way the roster is constructed. There's, Mike Schmidt's not on this team, or nor is Scott Brocious.
Now the 3-2. Swinging a tapper foul on the third base side. Aaron Boone's answer to that question was because he sees that great swing still.
It's his swing that they're looking at.
He referenced how DJ gets to his backside, gets the bat in the zone. The 3-2. Again, hit foul.
So is it timing?
LeMahieu's worked the count full here to start the bottom of the third. 3-2. Lifted foul again on the first base side.
I think they were planning on John Birdie taking a lot of these at bats, but Birdie had a little setback.
And DJ now up to 121 at bats on the season. The 3-2, swing and a miss, strike three. It's a cutter. And that was a 10-pitch at bat for LeMahieu. It results in a rare strikeout. So one down, back to the top of the lineup with Ben Rice. Rice doubled back at the first. That's been the lone hit for the Yankees this afternoon. They trail 1-0. Pitch in there for a strike. You're coming to you live from the Provident Bank broadcast booth. Provident Bank, commitment you can count on. Visit Provident.bank to learn more.
And what he has done here, strike one every single time.
0-1, a curveball that misses upstairs.
And that is that curveball he just did not throw where he wanted, but his curveball is absolutely devastating when he uses on a 2-strike count.
The 1-1 to the lefty. Low and in. That was a cutter.
Does not use it as much, obviously, as the splitter. It's mostly fastball and split, but he's got a terrific curve when he wants it. Doesn't use it that often. I think that was the first or second one he's thrown.
Bradley has a 1.07 ERA since June 8th. That leads all pitchers in baseball. That's lower than Paul Skeens, lower than any pitcher of note that has been on a hot stretch. He's allowed one earned run over his last three starts heading into this afternoon.
I think a lot of with Bradley, because he's been hurt.
Pitch. Low and away.
He's been hurt a lot. He comes back, but he's just 23, and it's like we've heard of him for a long time because he was drafted out of high school.
Here's Bradley's 3-1. Swung on, hard ground ball back up the middle. The shortstop Walls has it, fires to first, and it's in time. 2 away.
See, and then he comes back with a 97-mile-an-hour four-seam, a great spin on it.
Here's Juan Soto. Grounded out to first base his first time up. Hey fans, time to strike out wet socks with Vessi's waterproof footwear. Vessi shoes are so comfortable and designed in every style. Get 20% off plus a free gift by heading to Vessi.com/baseball. First pitch to Soto. Breaking ball high and away. That's VESSI.com/baseball. Yankees trail 1-0, bottom of the third. 2 out, nobody on. And the 1-0 to Soto. Hit foul to the net. Bradley, a 5th-round pick by the Rays in 2018 at a high school in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Signed with the Rays after committing to the University of South Carolina. Broken last season. 1-1. There's a curveball that finds the strike zone. And it's now 1-2 on Soto. He began this season late due to a strained pectoral muscle. He made a few rehab starts, then was called up for his season debut on May 10th against the Yankees. Allowed a run over 6 innings in that start. Now the 1-2 to Soto. Another breaking ball misses low.
You know, also just such a strikeout pitcher, and always has been. 213 strikeouts coming in to this game as a starter, most in club history through his first 33 career starts. And he's just really starting his career. He's 23.
2-2. Swinging a chopper toward first base. Glove by Paredes, even with the bag, he'll step on first to retire the side and end the 3rd inning. Yankees go down in order against Taj Bradley. We go to the 4th inning. 1-0 Rays on WFAN Yankees Radio. Electrified by the Jeep 4x Eli.
And a 21-game hitting streak for Anthony Volpe.
Well, good for him. I mean, he just continues to do what he's done all year, and that's hit the ball hard. He finds a hole here. There's a lot of times that shift really goes against the hitters. This one did not. Still found a hole up the middle.
And here's another one I believe went off the scoreboard. If you miss in the middle of the plate with Max Muncy, he's good. Look at that level swing right there. And he's a hitter. But what I love, watch him drop. What he does is he moves his hands and he loads into the back leg. Here you see the knob facing the catcher, which I really love because that's the power position for any power hitter.
Hope NY.
The top of the 4th is sponsored by Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. It's Christmas in July at Hand and Stone. Get massage and facial gift cards at their lowest prices of the year. Yankees trail 1-0 as we start the top of the 4th. Johnny DeLuca, number 5 hitter for Tampa Bay, stands in from the right side against the lefty Nestor Cortez Jr. First pitch. In there for a strike.
Scoreboard brought to you by Food Bazaar Supermarket. Shop local, eat global with Food Bazaar Supermarket, foodbazaar.com. Let's take a look at some of the scores. There's only one.
Now the 0-1 popped up. Foul territory, first base side, and it'll hit the seats.
They're playing 2 in Atlanta, a day game and a night game, and there's no score. St. Louis and Atlanta, they're in the top of the third at Truist Field. Kyle Gibson against Charlie Morton. They'll play game 2 at 7:20. Everything else is later, including Mets at Miami.
0-2. Low and away.
Luis Severino against Roderick Munoz. And the remarks that Sevy said about this, everyone's making such a big deal about this. It's
the 1-2 is outside.
It was kind of a joke thread between Sevy and a bunch of his ex-teammates.
Who are his friends.
On
a text thread.
And they were kidding him, you're afraid of us because you're not pitching again.
The 2-2. Lifted high in the air and deep to left field. Moving back is Verdugo in front of the warning track. Now he makes the catch as he backpedals onto the track. And there's one away. That might be one of those situations where the tone is lost in text translation.
Yes, because you can't. They were saying you're afraid of us. And he said, "Well, why? You only have 2 hitters." And well.
Here's Jose Siri, who's 0 for 1. And the pitch is high and away. It's just friends ripping each other.
And it's trust me, it's not bulletin board material. Philly and Pittsburgh, that's at 6:40. Pittsburgh has won 5 in a row. Christopher Sanchez, the aforementioned Christopher Sanchez, against Luis Ortiz.
Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss on a cutter by Cortez.
Cincinnati's at Washington. Nick Lodolo against Mackenzie Gore. It'll be Zach Gallen and Kyle Hendricks as Arizona is in Chicago to play a rare night game, 7:15 tonight at Wrigley Field. Boston at the Dodgers, also 7:15, and San Francisco's at Colorado.
1-1 popped in the air, foul territory on the first base side. That'll hit the seats as well.
Reese Olson against Yusei Kikuchi as Detroit is in Toronto. Bo Bichette put on the injured list with that calf again, which probably is the reason he's only hitting in the 230s. Angels in Oakland at 4. Baltimore's at Texas. Grayson Rodriguez against Max Scherzer. San Diego at Cleveland. Dylan Cease against Gavin Williams.
Cortez goes into his windup. The 1-2. Hit on the ground past the first baseman into right field. Base hit. So an open hole on the right side, and Siri puts it into right field for a 1-out single.
Jonathan Cannon against Brady Singer in that White Sox matchup against Kansas City. Milwaukee's in Minnesota. Freddie Peralta against Pablo Lopez. And at 9:40, the surging Houston Astros are in Seattle. Seattle's lost 4 straight. Framber Valdez against George Kirby.
Well, Nestor Cortez chucked that baseball, opted for a new one, but a little bit of frustration after that ball. Look, that's a ball that is routinely fielded, but with Torres shifted towards second, it got through. So here's Caballero, runner at first in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Started him off with a quality cutter. Down and in. Yankees trail 1-0 in the top of the 4th. And the 0-1. Hit foul to the net again. There have been so many foul balls hit behind home plate today.
Well, those are, and also a lot of them off of Nestor Cortez, which means he's not exactly hitting that spot because they've got a lot of 2-strike foul offs. That can be very frustrating to a pitcher.
Middle of the infield, position for 2. And the 0-2. Hit on the ground, bounce toward third base, sliding stop. LeMahieu goes to second. They'll get the out there. Caballero will be safe at first. And DJ LeMahieu with an alert play at third. They get the force out.
Really nice play by DJ. And one of the things he did there was he stayed on the ground but got up on one knee and was in perfect position to throw that ball. Didn't throw it off balance. He waited.
So 2 away. Runner at first for Taylor Walls. First pitch. Misses low to Walls. He's 0 for 1.
And I bring that up because if you're not balanced, if you are off balance, he was perfectly balanced and set up on one knee. And that ball could end up in right field, could end up anywhere.
Now the 1-0. Shows bunt. Pulls back, pitch into the strike zone. And the count now 1-1. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on WFAN Yankees Radio.
Your home for BT and Sal. Weekdays from 10 to 2. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York.
Along with Susan Waldman, I'm Justin Shackle. Yankees and Rays playing the top of the fourth. Tampa Bay with a 1-0 lead. Jose Caballero on at first base with 2 outs. And it's a 1-1 count to Taylor Walls, the number 8 hitter. The pitch outside by Cortez. Walls batting from the right side. He's a switch hitter. Caballero, a threat to run, leads the AL in stolen bases. And he goes. The pitch. It is in there for a strike. Throw to second. The slide. And Caballero safe with a stolen base.
It was a little high and a little bit too far on the plate.
So a runner in scoring position. 25th stolen base for Caballero.
You know, you want that, as we have talked about all year, you want that ball on the first base side of the bag so that you don't have to swipe tag, so that he goes into the tag.
The pitch upstairs to Walls. It's full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Caballero got an early jump on Cortez.
He did. Well, that's the other part of this. We always talk about the catcher. It's a pitcher who doesn't have a good quick move to home.
Cortez kicks and turns to second base. Back goes Caballero.
Well, there was nobody there, so neither Glaber nor Volpe moved.
3-2 the count with 2 outs. Cortez set. Now the pitch. And it's hit foul to the net again. Wall stays alive.
And another cutter. Cutter just slows down and just moves just enough so that you foul it off.
Been a lot of 4-seamers and cutters for Nestor Cortez in 2024. It's come with a lot of success as well. 3-2 the count. Payoff again. And it is off the outside corner for ball 4. A sweeper misses to Walls. And the inning continues. Rays have runners at first and second, and Alex Jackson will hit. So Cortez unable to put the number 8 hitter away with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and these 2 hitters, the 8 and 9 hitter, Taylor Walls came in hitting 158. And Alex Jackson, we've talked about that. Let's see what he's up to now, still at 082.
He walked and scored the game's first run. Tampa Bay up 1-0. They have a chance to add more. First pitch. It's in there for a strike, a 4-seamer at the knees. It's a big spot in this game. Cortez trying to hold the Rays to this 1 run as the pitch is low and away. Tampa Bay threatening with 2 more on base here. Jackson scored last inning on the RBI double by Curtis Mead. Caballero at second, Walls at first. The pitch just off the inside corner, borderline pitch. It's 2-1. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Came back with a cutter. And again, Cortez working with 2 strikes.
He swung through that cutter a couple times.
LeMahieu playing close to the line behind the bag at third base. Volpe deep in the hole at shortstop. Runners take their leads. 2-2 the count to Alex Jackson. And the lefty Cortez set at the chest, checks second base. Now the pitch. It's upstairs. He missed with a 4-seamer. And the count goes full for the second straight batter.
Well, and that's something that Cortez has done a lot. Get 0-2 and ends up 3-2. Now you have to throw a perfect pitch. That was just high, and it was. Tried to get it on the upper quadrant, right at the letters. It was a little too high.
The pitch. Lifted in the air, right field. Moving back is Judge, still going back. Judge at the warning track. He's at the wall, and it is over the wall for a home run. It escapes past the wall and into the first row on the porch in right field. It is a 3-run homer for Alex Jackson, and the Rays have taken a 4-0 lead as the number 9 hitter makes Cortez pay here in the 4th.
And another 3-2 pitch that he's done, and he had him. Let's see where that, it's only his second homer of the year. That ended up right down the middle of the plate. Another little cutter that just hung right up.
Well, that 0.82 average is rising now after that. Here's Ahmed Rosario, and he lifts this one into left center field. Into the gap is Grisham. He calls off Verdugo, and Grisham makes the catch to retire the side. But some two-out punishment delivered by the Rays against Nestor Cortez Jr. 3-run jack by Alex Jackson has given Tampa Bay a 4-2.
Workers Union Local 100. Their members helped hundreds arrive to the stadium safely, so you can catch all the excitement of today's game. Have a ball, everyone.
Aaron Judge steps to the plate as we start the bottom of the fourth. Yankees trail the Rays 4-0. First pitch. It is off the outside corner from the righty Taj Bradley. Bottom of the fourth brought to you by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. The next pitch. Misses upstairs to Judge, 2-0.
Hey, Yankee fans, need a pick-me-up that's as strong as the Yankees bullpen? Duncan's got your back with drinks that'll have you running the bases in no time. Slide into Duncan and get energized for the game. New York Yankees run on Duncan.
The 2-0 taken low for ball 3. So the Yankees are going to try and start chipping away at this deficit.
See, now that's interesting because he's come out and has been a little bit picky of where he's trying to throw instead of being really aggressive. You got a lead here.
Now the 3-0. It's on the outside corner. If there was ever a time for a young pitcher to try and get solid experience against Aaron Judge, it's in this scenario. You could be attacking. Now the 3-1. And again, hits the outside corner with a four-seamer. Judge thought it was ball 4. So Taj Bradley's worked the count full. He struck Judge out back in the first. Left side of the Rays infield is back, and the payoff pitch coming to Judge. It is low. That's a four-seamer at 100, but it misses out of the zone. So a leadoff walk.
So it's kind of amazing, even when there's nobody on and they're down, they still are not going to give him anything to hit.
So Judge is at first. Austin Wells is today's cleanup hitter, brought to you by Surf Pro, like it never even happened. The Rays making Cortez and the Yankees pay in the top of the fourth with a 3-run homer. Bradley's first pitch rocked on the ground to second. Caballero goes to second for 1. Over to first. It's in time. A double play. A 4-6-3 double play wipes the bases clean, and they're quickly 2 down.
Have you noticed everyone is swinging at the first pitch?
They're early. They're aggressive on Bradley.
Well, I mean, I understand the reasoning because he throws strikes until he doesn't. You know, he's starting people off pretty much with that fastball.
Here's Gleyber Torres with 2 away. And there is another four-seamer for a strike. 4-0 Rays lead at bottom of the 4th. They're trying to avoid falling 2 games under 500. Came into today at 48 and 49. Pitch. Upstairs to Torres. It's still partly cloudy, but the sun is peeking out. Lights are on at the stadium.
What do you call it? Glare.
And 1-1. Line down the right field line. It's hooking, and it's foul into the seats. Bradley ahead 1-2 on Torres. Here's the pitch. Came upstairs with a splitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Bradley working quickly. 2-2. Again hit foul to the first base side. It goes out of play onto the 200 level.
He's fouling pitches off. That makes him work. Well, only pitch-wise, he's in good shape. 67 pitches. He's got a few more innings to go.
2 outs, bases clean. Here in the bottom of the 4th, the pitch rolled on the ground softly to shortstop, charging his walls. He'll throw to first. It's in time. And that is a inning in which Taj Bradley faces the minimum after the double play. No runs, no hits, nobody left. On to the 5th. 4-0.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Brent Rooker in this photo of Athletics fans?
Brent Rooker is on fire.
Oh my goodness, man. When you watch him, you see a guy that's just comfortable.
That baby is gone. That ball was annihilated.
Brent Rooker, as hot as any hitter in the American League.
Oh, Rook. It is gone. Brent Rooker does it again.
And there he is. Yankee fans.
That one is drill.
A Judgian blast.
That is absolutely crushed.
Judge's done it again. Santa Maria. And it is going to be caught by Judge. How about that?
So much fun to watch.
And there he is.
Brent Rooker joining the show in studio. We're going to talk hitting.
What are you thinking right here? That's 95 at the very top, and I at least foul it off. So I know I can.
Visit Yankees.com/tickets.
Yankee fans, shop the New Era Authentic Collection at the Yankees team store and NewEraCap.com. New Era, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball.
Start of the 5th inning. It's 4-0 Rays over the Yankees as Nestor Cortes Jr. deals to Isaac Paredes. In the first pitch, a hot shot on the ground, foul. The third base side.
It's the bottom of the order that's done it to the Yankees.
And the 7, 8, 9 hitters, they have scored all 4 of the Rays' runs this afternoon.
Now, here's something kind of interesting about the Rays and the Yankees. This same division
is the 0-1. Low.
After Monday is July. They're not going to see Tampa Bay again. And kind of interesting, and that's what this everybody playing everybody does to division races.
The 1-1. Outside by Cortez.
And we know there are Tampa scouts here. There are Tampa scouts all over the Yankees minor league system. Yankee scouts are scouting Tampa. They're going to trade. They want to.
2-1s in there for a strike.
I've heard Yandy's name. I've heard this guy's name, Paredes' name. Everybody in the bullpen, just about.
Division opponents play one another 13 times in a season now. Yankees need one more win as the pitch is lined foul on the third base side to take the season series over Tampa Bay. But that's it. It is mid-July, and there will be no head-to-head matchups between the Yankees and the Rays down the stretch.
Yeah, usually in September they play everybody in the division.
2-2 is low from Cortez. It's full now on Isaac Paredes.
It's like everything's the same now.
Paredes, the Rays' lone all-star. He's 0 for 2 today. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball deep down the left field line. Verdugo moving to the track. He's at the wall. He leaps and it's gone into the stands in left field. Isaac Paredes hits a soaring home run into the box seats down the left field line. His 16th of the season, and the Rays have increased their lead. It's now 5-0 Tampa Bay.
And back to just giving up home runs. And that is something that the Yankees have been struggling with all year, is not just hits. It's that the hits leave the park. Let's see with this. It's outside part of the plate. And he pulled that.
That one landed just beyond the first row in left field. Here's Curtis Mead. He sends this pitch foul on the first base side.
And he's just a definite pull hitter.
Now the pitch. Low and into Mead. And that was a sweeper toward the outer half that Paredes just pulled back. There's the pitch, and it's low to Mead. 2-1.
Either all or just about all of his home runs are pulled. It's a dead pull hitter.
Well, the next pitch out of the zone, it's 3-1. And Paredes has now hit 69 home runs in his career. They have all gone either to left or left center field.
Well, I'm sure don't give him anything in the inner part of the plate.
Now the 3-1. Swing and a roll to third base. Up with it is LeMahieu. He'll throw to first. And it's in time for the first out. Fifth inning's brought to you by ELEC. 825. Building our future. Yankees are trailing 5-0 in the top of the fifth. So Paredes, he went from a 20 home run campaign in 2022. He hit 31 homers last year as the first pitch is nubbed foul at home plate by Randy Arozarena. He was one of 6 Rays with at least 20 homers last season, and now this year he's the team leader with 16, and only one of 3 players with more than 10 home runs.
Michael Tonkin is now getting up.
Now the pitch. High fly ball, left center field, angling back. Grisham still moving back near the wall, and this one's into the bullpen in left center field for a solo home run by Randy Arozarena. Third home run of the afternoon, and the last 2 innings allowed by Nestor Cortez Jr. And the Rays have a 6-0 lead in the fifth.
That's his 13th homer of the year, and Nestor Cortez, the boos coming down on the left-hander. Well, that was left over that was left over the middle of the plate. It started on the outside corner of the plate, moved back in over the middle and right into the Rays bullpen. And now Austin Wells going out to talk to Nestor Cortez as Tonkin has just gotten up. But it's still odd to me, Justin, how in Aaron Boone, there's no rhyme, no reason. Why do all the hits leave the park? And not, there's a lot of green out there. Joe Girardi used to say that. There's a lot of green out there. Why are they all leaving the park?
3 home runs hit by the Rays here. They punish the mistakes by Cortez to the fullest extent. And it's rather surprising because he looked like he was in a terrific rhythm to start, and especially over the first 2 innings and change. And here comes Aaron Boone.
And that was pretty quick, actually. It all started with the walk to Alex Jackson in the top of the third, and he has made the call to the bullpen. And this pitching change brought to you by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play the newest scratch-off games for a chance to win.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS.
And here's another one I believe went off the scoreboard. If you miss in the middle of the plate with Max Muncy, he's good. Look at that level swing right there. And he's a hitter. But what I love, watch him drop. What he does is he moves his hands and he looks.
Not a good day for Nestor, and it did start off, and that's what's so interesting, second time around particularly. And it did all start with that walk to Jackson in the top of the third inning.
And then Jackson, so far with the game-changing swing, the next inning, a 3-run homer off Cortez. That came with 2 outs, and again, Jackson, the number 9 hitter. And then a pair of solo home runs here in the top of the 5th allowed by Cortez. So his day is done. He doesn't make it out of the 5th inning. And the Yankees are trailing here 6-0. And Mike Tonkin will face Johnny DeLuca. The Rays have had Cortez's number all of 2024. And the first pitch hit high in the air off the bat of DeLuca. It's deep playable for Verdugo. He's waiting for it. He'll make the catch. There's the second out.
You could hear he just got underneath that. It really was not solid contact.
So Susan, Cortez goes 4 1/3. He allows a season-high 6 runs on 8 hits. He walked 2, struck out 1, surrendered 3 home runs. And this follows up his prior start entering the break 9 days ago at the Trop, where he allowed 5 runs to the Rays in 4 1/3. This pitch is swung on and tipped foul at home plate by Jose Siri.
Yeah, it's like when they talk about do something at the trading deadline. There's like little fires in every corner of the clubhouse. It's not that you just need a starter; you just need a bat. A lot of things that should be upgraded.
This pitch popped in the air, foul territory, first base side. We'll see if it stays in play. Ben Rice giving it a look, and it'll hit the seats behind the camera well. Cortez has pitched in all 4 series between the Yankees and the Rays this season, and he again started 3 times already this season against Tampa Bay. Yankees lost each of those 3 starts, and they trail here 6-0 in the top of the 5th.
You know, and it's not like this is a team that pummels the baseball either.
It was a light-hitting offense, yes, putting it nicely.
That's putting it very nicely. Light-hitting offense.
0-2, whipped outside to Jose Siri. The Rays offense, 4th worst in Major League Baseball in scoring, slugging, and homers. The 1-2, low and away. Tonkin misses with the slider.
You can't tell it by the times they beat the Yankees. Light hitting.
27th in homers, yet they have 3 today. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. There's strike 3. A 4-seamer riding in on Siri. And the Yankees get out of the 5th inning, but the Rays tack on 2 more runs They do it on a pair of solo shots.
Brett Rooker joining the show in studio. We're going to talk hitting.
What are you thinking right here? That's 95 at the very top, and I at least foul it off. So I know I can cover it. If I make that same move and have that same mindset, I can cover the fastball at the top. And if I can cover that fastball at the top and at least foul it off with 2 strikes, then I know I'm on the rest of the pitches. And I know I've got time to adjust to it. Can we get a side view? One of the side views back up? And I think
God, he's going to work here. I know. He's definitely ready.
Here he comes.
He's ready, man.
Here's the catcher, Moreno, a slow walk to the plate.
Moreno hits it in the air to left center field. Tavares and Carter on the move. That ball is gone! Gabriel.
You've always wanted. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today. Or visit AudiOffers.com for more information.
Home half of the 5th inning at Yankee Stadium. It's a 6-0 Rays lead over the Yankees. And as Alex Verdugo stands in against Taj Bradley, who has fallen into a nice groove for the Rays as he deals a first pitch that's low and inside to Verdugo.
The Bet365 real-time money line is now plus 1,200 for the Yankees, minus 3,000 for the Rays.
The 1-0. Bounced over towards second base, up with a Cleanly's Caballero. Short throw to first, and there's one away.
Powered by Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So, Susan, we were talking about how the Yankees and Rays don't meet up with one another after this 4-game series. I think Nestor Cortez is pretty happy about that because he has allowed 15 runs in 21 innings this season to Tampa Bay. And Bradley's first pitch to Anthony Volpe's in there for a strike. And he's pitched pretty well against other opponents. Before his last start against Tampa Bay, he had a sub-3 ERA over his recent stretches. This one's bounced on the ground to third base. Rosario has it. He throws to first, and it's in time. Had to fire a rocket to get Volpe, but there's 2 away.
And he's really just throwing ground ball after ground ball. We just got a shot of Verdugo in the dugout, doing dry swings. Yeah, he's always been a line drive hitter. He's just pulling the ball on the ground over and over. Verdugo.
Would you let on Yankee starter Nestor Cortez?
Well, since June 15th, he's batting 152, on base percentage 212.
First pitch to Trent Grisham's outside for ball 1. And Verdugo had pretty good numbers against Bradley entering today. He was 5 for 8 against the 23-year-old. 1-0 in there for a strike. So the Yankees trying to battle from behind. They trail 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th. And Bradley's pitch. Rolled on the ground over to first base. Paredes up with it behind the bag. He'll take it himself to the base. And Grisham and the Yankees are retired in order in the 5th. We go to the 6th inning. 6-0 Rays on WFAN Yankees Radio. Electrified by...
Towards the gap, right center field. That's fading in for a base hit. And it's 1-0 Baltimore. On the second RBI base hit for Adley Rutschman this afternoon. Rutschman sends that one through the air. Rosario back at the wall. A grand slam for Adley Rutschman. And just like that, Rutschman kicks down the door.
3 for 3 with men in scoring position today. Raises his average even more.
of work. First pitch is popped foul off to the first base side out of play.
Drive Around the League brought to you by Meineke Car Care Centers. Trust your keys with Meineke. Only one game going on, and that is scoreless. That's the first of two. St. Louis is in Atlanta. They're in the bottom of the fifth. No score. Kyle Gibson against Charlie Morton, the ageless one.
The 0-1 is hit foul on the first base side.
They'll play a second game at 7:20. Let's see games we're interested in. The Mets are in Miami. That starts at 4. Boston at 7:15 is out in LA to play the Dodgers.
The 0-2, way outside.
It'll be Reese Olson against Yusei Kikuchi as Detroit is in Toronto. Baltimore's in Texas. Grayson Rodriguez against Max Scherzer. And really interesting one.
Tompkins 1-2, Bowman away.
As you're watching Houston climb the ladder, go into first place. Seattle's actually lost 4 in a row. Houston and Seattle at 940.
The Astros 1 percentage point ahead of the Mariners now as this pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Tonkin gets Caballero to chase the high heat, and there's one down.
You know, the last time we saw it, Houston, remember talking to manager Joe Espada and saying, what's going on? He said, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. A few things we got, and what they had to do was clean up that bullpen because they had all those new guys leading to the new closer, who was Josh Hader.
There's Taylor Walls. Now the first pitch high and away. Yankees trail here 6-0, top of the 6th. It's been a steady climb for the last month and a half for the Astros. Back in first place. Now the pitch hit foul off to the third base side.
You know when that started, actually? It was when Bregman started hitting. They did get the bullpen under control because they let a lot of people go. And
now the pitch is outside.
And it didn't work for a while because they signed Josh Hader, and Presley was no longer the closer. But they didn't hit, and then all of a sudden, it took them a long time, Bregman started hitting.
2-1. Outside to Taylor Walls, who's now hitting lefty with the righty Tonkin up. The Yankees took 6 of 7 against the Astros earlier this season. They took advantage of the slow start by Houston. 3-1. It's upstairs for ball 4, so Tonkin walks Walls.
That's the second time he's walked in this bottom of the order. And now comes the afternoon killer, Alex Jackson, who I think he's up to what's he up to now? 093.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bottom third of this Tampa Bay lineup has reached base 5 times today. Jackson with a 3-run homer against Cortez back in the 4th. That was the backbreaker with 2 outs. A throwback to first. And back safely as Walls. The Yankees took care of business against the Astros earlier this season, and maybe that comes back to benefit the Yankees in terms of potential tie breaks for playoff seeding. Runner goes, the pitch inside, and Wells holds on to it as Walls slides in safely with a stolen base.
Yeah, he couldn't get out of it popped out of his glove as he tried to transfer the ball and throw to second. He was going to get there anyway. Taylor Wells really fast.
It's his 4th stolen base.
Don't forget, he missed so much time, Taylor Walls.
Yankees trail 6-0, top of the 6th inning. Runner at second now with 1 away. And Tonkin's 1-0. Popped him up into right center field. Judge moving over toward right center. Today's right fielder makes the catch. A strong throw in toward third, and it will keep Walls at second base.
That was a beauty. DJ got it right about 5 feet from the bag. Just threw it on the fly.
Judge in a familiar spot in right field. Records the putout, and now with 2 away and a runner at second, Ahmed Rosario will hit. Rosario's 1 for 3 today. Singled back in the 3rd, also flew out to center and grounded out to short. The pitch. Hit high in the air to center field. Moving in is Grisham. The center fielder reaches up. He'll make the catch and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a runner left at second. Middle of the sixth in the Bronx. The Yankees trail the Rays.
You're celebrated as one of the chattiest players on the team, Gemini, ready to talk to any fan or reporter who crosses your path. Your friendly demeanor is even charming to your opponents who can't resist your inquiring mind when they're hanging out on the bases. Ask plenty of questions and take in as much information as possible. You could get some helpful leads on how to better your game.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Francisco Lindor in this photo of Mets fans?
This is Mr. Smile.
He's got 31 flavors of shoes.
This is a dynamic, charismatic player.
Plays every day. A consistent shortstop.
Brilliantly done by Lindor.
Playing Gold Glove defense.
Great stuff by Lindor. Base hit, and the Mets win it! Lindor!
And there he is.
One man away, Pete Alonso coming up. Pitch to Alonso.
That's driven deep to left by Alonso, and that is way gone. Whoa. What a shot from Pete Alonso to put the icing on in the ninth. An enormous home run for Alonso, his 14th of the year, to make it 6-2 New York. Man, did he crush that.
That was a bomb.
Wow. Hit it 112 miles an hour. It went 446 feet.
Every deal, a home run.
Bottom half of the sixth inning at Yankee Stadium. It's the Rays 6, the Yankees nothing. Along with Susan Waldman, I'm Justin Shackle. Game 2 of this 4-game wraparound weekend series between the Yanks and Rays. First pitch that DJ LeMahieu sees from Taj Bradley is upstairs. The 23-year-old has been terrific so far. He's generated a lot of ground balls.
And that was pitch number 76.
The 1-0. It's in there for a strike. And I'll tell you what, DJ LeMahieu has 12 of those pitches alone. The rest of this lineup has been awfully aggressive. The 1-1. Swing and a roll to shortstop. Walls is up with it. He throws to first, and there's one away.
Fans, have you looked in right field at Yankee Stadium? DKNY is ready to receive all of the Yankees' home runs. Check out DKNY.com to enhance your New York City style.
LeMahieu had a 10-pitch at-bat in the third against Bradley. It resulted in a strikeout, but that was a quality at-bat. And again, that last at-bat was only his second of the afternoon, so it gives you an idea of how quickly the Yankees have gone down this afternoon against Bradley as Rice takes a look at strike one.
Well, that's what happens when you swing at the first pitch. And there's been a lot of people who have done that.
Rice has the Yankees' lone hit today. A double in the first. 0-1 comes way inside.
So what you're saying is that the first batter of the game for the Yankees got a double and no one else has had a hit.
That's right.
Yeah.
No one else has reached second base.
Lefty Josh Majewski is warming up.
1-1's outside to Rice. Juan Soto's on deck. Who's on deck is brought to you by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply at ondeck.com. And the 23-year-old Bradley to the plate. Swinging a high chopper towards second base. Caballero casually backhands it. Short throw to first. It's in time. That's 7 consecutive ground ball outs recorded by the Rays. Here's Soto, 0 for 2 today. 2 ground outs to first. And Bradley to the plate. Hit foul behind home plate. Well, you've heard John Sterling talking about Eastchester Jeep in the Bronx and his new Jeep Cherokee. Check out the full line of vehicles at Eastchester Jeep. They're just a fly ball away from Yankee Stadium on Boston Road in the Bronx. 0-1. Swung on and hit in the air to center field. Coming in is Siri. He's waiting for it. He'll make the catch. Tough sun for Siri, but he overcomes the conditions in center field, and he puts it away as the Yankees go down in order again.
22-year-old rookie
Jones versus Shohei Ohtani. He got him. 101. Strikes out Ohtani.
Put in a good spot right here. 101 with a little bit of run on it. Look at this ball move. Wow, Ohtani just waving at it, trying to foul it off to live another day. You feel like you gotta really count your blessings every time you get through this part of the lineup unscathed.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Corbin Carroll in this photo of Diamondbacks fans?
Corbin Carroll has hit another home run.
There's a base hit for Corbin Carroll. Corbin, a hustle double. He's in there standing up. Corbin Carroll.
The dynamic young player. He can fly. He's got pop in his bat. He's a 5-tool guy.
Carroll, base hit. Diamondbacks answer back. Corbin Carroll's third hit tonight.
And there he is. Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Aaron Judge in this sea of Yankee fans?
That one is drill. A Judgian blast.
That is absolutely crushed.
Fans, menswear brand Charles Tyrant is now a proud partner of the New York Yankees. Tyrant makes it easy for men to dress well thanks to quality designs and great fit. Shop at ctshirts.com today. Yankees trail the Rays 6-0 as we go to the 7th inning at the stadium. Isaac Paredes, Tampa Bay's number 2 hitter, will stand in as Michael Tonkin goes back to work. Paredes homered off Cortez in the 5th inning. All 6 runs for the Rays came off the Yankees started this afternoon. Pitch. It's in there for a strike to the All-Star.
Well, now you wonder if Paredes is still going to be here after the trading deadline.
He's 25 years of age.
Well, but the kid they want to bring up is 20.
0-1 is line foul on the third base side, right past Brady Williams, the Rays' third base coach.
That would be Junior Caminero. He was the kid made a big splash last year, hitting balls off the windows at the Rogers Center. 20 years old. Is he 21 yet? We just turned 21.
Here's the 0-2. Low and away to Paredes.
This game is sponsored by Riverwalk, spacious senior apartments at River Spring Living's 32-acre New York City campus overlooking the Hudson River. See, they could do it 2 ways. They could trade Yandy and then put Paredes at first base.
The 1-2 skips to the backstop way outside.
Because Caminero was the third baseman.
And Paredes playing first base the first 2 games this weekend with Diaz on the restricted list. So you see Paredes at first base now.
Well, there's a difference in the age. Yandy's 32 years old, as far as we know.
2-2. Whacked foul down the right field line, out of play.
And Paredes is 25, so there's a big difference in the age. Yandy not having the year that he had last year. If it was last year, it would certainly be easy to trade Yandy.
Tompkins 2-2. This one hit foul again to the third base side. Big hit in this game came with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. The number 9 hitter, Alex Jackson, hit a 3-run homer. Rays getting 2 more homers. One off Paredes' bat, another off of Rosarena's bat. 2-2. Chopped foul on the third base side again. And Susan, our friend Katie Sharp, says that Yankee pitchers have allowed 14 home runs to number 9 batters this season.
That has to be the worst.
It is. It is the most in Major League Baseball.
Wow.
The 2-2. Tonkin misses low to Paredes with a 4-seamer.
That is odd, isn't it? And you just sort of let up when you get to the bottom of the order? Or?
The 3-2. Popped him up, foul territory again on the third base side, and it's going to hit the seats. Jackson's came with 2 strikes and 2 outs. I wonder how many of those 14 home runs against the number 9 batters have come with 2 strikes.
Well, that has been something that the Yankees have had a problem with all year.
3-2 again, hit foul right at home plate. So Paredes with a quality at bat here.
Because how many of those times have we seen them foul off pitches? And if you have to keep throwing a pitch eventually, the percentages are that the pitcher is going to make a mistake because you can't throw a perfect pitch 5 times in a row, usually. And that's when they had their damage.
Tonkin's 3-2. And another foul ball.
That.
Yep, hit right into the facing of the Rays dugout.
And that is something that you don't have an out pitch that is really good. We've seen it a lot with Rodon. I mean, look at this. What was his 12th pitch at bat here?
Yeah, the 12th pitch about to be thrown by Tonkin. Here it is. And it's way outside, ball 4. So Paredes starts off the top of the 7th with a 12-pitch at bat against Tonkin, and it results in a walk.
And here comes Aaron Boone. Is that Boone or Matt Blake?
That is Aaron Boone.
But that's what we're talking about, is that you can't throw the same pitch and they keep fouling it off and fouling it off. We'll be back after this. This is the New York Yankees Radio Network.
Paid actors represent actual clients.
After my car crash, the insurance company wasn't.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Aaron Judge in this sea of Yankee fans?
That one is drill. A Judgian blast.
That is absolutely crushed.
Judge has done it again! Santa Maria! And it is going to be caught by Judge. How about that?
So much fun to watch.
And there he is.
We do not mess up your name. We pride ourselves here on MLB Central.
That's right.
Right?
That's
on
right.
getting them right. We have a little game for you. Are you ready? Glover Lau had his first big league hit against Nathan Eovaldi.
Wow.
No.
Oh. Your first knock's Eovaldi?
Off the end of the bat.
That's a nice one, though.
Yeah.
What were you thinking right there?
Oh, this is your first That doesn't count.
Have you ever hit 1,000 for a year?
There you go.
His third relief appearance of the season against Boston, and that was on the 6th of July, so he hasn't pitched in quite a while. He tossed 2 scoreless innings of relief, gave up 1 hit and 4 strikeouts. This is his 4th relief appearance of the year. Hasn't given up a run yet.
Second Yankee reliever to hit the mound today. Yankees trail 6-0 in the top of the 7th. The Rays have a runner at first. Curtis Mead will hit. He has a pair of hits. Both came against Nestor Cortez Jr. And Maciejewski, another lefty, gets ready to deal to the 23-year-old. Here's the pitch. And it misses outside for ball 1.
Three games, 4 innings, no home runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .077 of Maciejewski.
Well, the 1-0, a check swing by Mead, and he went around.
Sinking fastball mostly. Sinker and a slider pitcher.
Maciejewski's 1-1 on the way, and it's hit foul behind home plate. Just saw some news coming down this afternoon from the Angels. Mike Trout is set to begin a minor league rehab assignment. That'll happen on Monday.
Oh, okay.
On the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Maciejewski strikes Mead out. And there's out number 1.
How long's he been out?
Let's try and find out.
It happened early, right?
Yeah. Within the first month and a half, he did get off to a nice start.
Great start.
First pitch to Randy Arozarena is high and away. Missed a lot of time for the Angels these last several seasons. Now the pitch. It's upstairs. He went down April 29th.
Wow. The Angels will be here in early August. August 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Here's the 2-0. And it's in there for a strike. A changeup.
Well, there might be time for it. Probably not, right? For him to get, if he's going to start a rehab or just start.
If he starts a rehab Monday, there's a possibility he could be playing here. Now the pitch. High fly ball, left field. Verdugo moving back. He's watching it go into the seats in left field for a home run. Randy Arozarena has hit his second home run in as many at-bats this afternoon. It's a 2-run shot into the box seats in straightaway left center field, and it has given the Rays an 8-0 lead.
And his 14th home run of the year, and as Justin said, the second of the afternoon, and there wasn't even a chance that Verdugo was going to get that one. Goodness.
So Arozarena with 3 hits, including a pair of home runs.
And for Arozarena, his 7th career multi-home run game. And all these breaking pitches are up.
There's Johnny DeLuca sends one deep in the air to right field. Judge is moving back. He's on the warning track. He reaches up and he makes the catch right in front of the wall. So a long fly out by DeLuca. And there's out number 2.
And these breaking pitches staying up. We just saw that again. Oh, it's a changeup. You know, a changeup that doesn't move is just a batting practice fastball. First multi-home run game this season for Randy.
First pitch to Jose, series a strike. With 8-0 Tampa Bay here in the top of the 7th. And they have hit
quickly, right?
4 home runs against the Yankees. The 0-1. Swung on, soft liner, caught at second base by Gleyber Torres at the shoestrings. And series retired as the Rays score 2 runs on that one hit, the Arozarena homer. We've reached stretch time here in the Bronx, and it's 8-0 Rays over the Yankees on WFAN Yankees Radio, electrified by the Jeep 4xe lineup.
Did your mobile provider just increase their prices again? Switch to Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. With Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Switching to Spectrum Mobile has never been easier. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Stop dealing with price hikes from your cell phone company. Get Spectrum Mobile. Visit spectrum.com/itpays-to-switch for full details. Offer subject to change. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
The family of Casamigos tequilas, Añejo, Blanco, Cristalino, Reposado, Mezcal, and now introducing the new Casamigos Jalapeno. Casamigos tequila brought to you by those who drink it and love it. Remind you to enjoy today's game responsibly.
Are you ready for some New York Red Bulls action? The squad is back in the building at Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey, and we need you to come out and support. Come check out new midfield captain Emil Forsberg alongside his teammates and vice captains, defender Sean Nealis and goalkeeper Carlos Coronel. It's so easy to get to. Red Bull Arena is accessible via Path, and you can get your tickets right at Ticketmaster.com. Most matches are on the weekend at 7:30 p.m. Come check us out. We're going big this season, and we're going to do it together with you. Let's go.
At Rings End, we'll use our expertise to turn your inspiration into reality with Benjamin Moore's large selection of brilliant and durable paints and stains. We offer expert advice for both contractors and homeowners, like complimentary in-store color and design consultations. Rings End is proud to be New England's largest Benjamin Moore retailer, with 31 convenient locations as well as online shopping. No matter how big or small your project, we'll make sure you have everything you need to do it right with Benjamin Moore at Rings End. Your inspiration, our expertise.
Ooh, I'm so ready for this weekend away with my girls.
Hey, hit the road? How about some free gas?
Free gas? How?
Try new Febreze car for some serious freshness and you can win gas for a full year. Visit Febreze.com to learn more.
Say less.
You may not win, but you...
D1 New York.
Yankees have some work to do if they want to get back in this game, as we have reached the bottom of the 7th inning. And Aaron Judge will lead it off. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Yankees. Judge, Wells, and Torres. But they've only had one hit as a team this afternoon.
One hit, and it was the first batter that Taj Bradley faced. He's had 84 pitches.
He's coming at the Yankees with a lot of first pitch strikes. The Yankees are swinging early in the count as well.
They've really helped him along. Did not make him work. I understand the choices to, because he's throwing strikes. You don't want to get 0-2 to him and have him throw that splitter.
Well, here's Judge at the plate. Bradley's first pitch. Upstairs to the captain, a four-seamer.
Well, it's pitch number 85.
And Bradley's 1-0. Hit foul behind home plate. Judge is 0 for 1 with a walk. He also struck out back in the first. The 1-1. Off the outside corner, and Susan Bradley's been in control this entire afternoon. But I go back to that last Judge at bat in the fourth.
Right.
He was not giving Judge anything close to hitting the zone. The 2-1. Swinging a liner, right center field, dropping quickly, oncoming DeLuca, and he makes the running catch. Johnny DeLuca using the legs in right center field, and he's able to haul it in for out number 1.
And that was hard hit, and it was a strike, and that's why he gave him nothing to hit before.
In fans, menswear brand Charles Tira is now a proud partner of the New York Yankees. Tira makes it easy for men to dress well thanks to quality designs and great fit. Shop at ctshirts.com today. First pitch thrown to Austin Wells is a splitter, fouled back to the backstop. Did some counting at home, Susan.
You did what?
Got some counting.
Counting?
In my closet.
Of the shirts? Yep. I want to hear the number.
50.
You have 50 shirts? So it's like a month and a half, you never have to wear the same shirt.
That's a good point. Didn't think of it that way. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Can limit the trips to the dry cleaners.
You don't wash your own shirts? You don't wash and iron your own shirts?
No.
You send them to the dry cleaner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Hey, time is money.
Well, their money. The dry cleaner.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And Bradley gets Wells on the cutter. In my defense, these shirts are wrinkle-free, so you don't have to iron them.
Well, then why don't you save the money and just wash them and hang them up?
I like my shirts starched up. I like the crisp,
but if
clean
they're
feel.
wrinkle-free, you don't starch them, right?
I like the collared starch.
Why am I not surprised?
Too quickly down, nobody on. Here's Gleyber Torres. The pitch is outside.
Hey, Yankee fans, need a pick-me-up that's as strong as the Yankees bullpen? Dunkin's got your back with drinks that'll have you running the bases in no time. Slide into Dunkin' and get energized for the game. The New York Yankees run on Dunkin'.
A 1-0 to Torres is in there for a strike. Rays lead at 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th. But a nice even number of shirts. 50 right on the nose. The 1-1 upstairs.
Okay, so Paul Rosenberg, our engineer, is listening to you, and he said, I agree with Justin. Most button-down shirts I have, I take to the dry cleaner.
Yeah. 2-1. Clipped foul to the net.
This is what happens when it's 8-0, folks, in the 7th inning.
I am a loyal customer to Charles Tyrrett and my local dry cleaner.
See, we like local stores. You should always shop local, do everything local.
The 2-2 skips in the dirt from Bradley. He's retired 10 straight Yankees. 8-0 Rays, bottom of the 7th. 3-2 the count. And a pitch to Torres. Line foul off to the first base side.
Tomorrow, our game starts at 1:35. It'll be Marcus Stroman against the righty Shane Baz. Shane Baz, the last person left from the Chris Archer trade. Didn't hurt a lot.
Pitch popped up behind home plate. That'll hit the seats again.
See, they also are thinking what they're doing because next year they're hoping McClanahan will be back. Who knows? But you got Baz and this kid, obviously, Taj Bradley. That's 2.
Jeffrey Springs.
Jeffrey
Rasmussen.
Springs. He'll be back, and Rasmussen will be back this year also.
And the 3-2 is called. Strike 3, a splitter in the zone, freezes Gleyber Torres. The Yankees go down in order in the 7th, and Taj Bradley has retired 11 in a row.
It's time for Play Ball categories. Let's spin the wheel and see what we land on. Can you name every player that hit 40-plus home runs in 2022? Get those brains working. Players that hit 40-plus home runs in 2022. Do you have your answers ready? Pete Alonso, Mike Trout, Kyle Schwarber, and of course, Aaron Judge. I guess you can say he had a little bit more than 40 home runs.
Ryan McMahon back at the plate. This ball driven high and deep, right center field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. 1-0 Rockies. Ryan McMahon goes deep for the 22nd time. That looked like easy power.
Oh, man. There you go down about that one. There is no doubt. It was just whether to get into the second deck. It's almost 110 miles an hour. 473 feet.
Listen, I've been following you for a while, man. Bottom line is you get your A swing off and generate a lot of pop.
I just want to go
I'm getting
barrel.
this A to B.
Oh, man. Straight to the ball, barrel. Hitting the ball is the hardest thing to do. I'm a person from 0-0. I'm looking for spin. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to look for spin, but I'm going to time up a fastball. 0-0, if you spin it, I'm swinging. Like, if you spin it in the middle, I'm going to destroy it.
Monthly scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
We go to the 8th inning at the stadium. Yankees trail 8-0 against the Rays. They've been held to 1 hit today against young Rays starter Taj Bradley.
Sean Armstrong is warming up in the pen. 7 innings, 1 hit. Pretty good afternoon for Taj Bradley.
Jose Caballero, number 7 hitter in this Rays lineup, takes a first pitch and he swings and misses against lefty Josh Maciejewski.
The 8th inning is sponsored by Local 3, IBEW, and NICA.
Here's the 0-1. Skips in the dirt. And aside from Randy Arozarena, a lot of this damage season's been done by this bottom third of Tampa Bay's lineup.
And home plate umpire Manny Gonzalez walking the ball out, saying something to Maciejewski.
Big blow in this game was the 3-run homer by Alex Jackson, the number 9 hitter for Tampa Bay. It came with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Also homers from Isaac Paredes, a solo shot in the 5th. Arozarena had a solo shot in the 5th as well. Pitches low to Caballero, and then Randy Arozarena coming back with a 2-run homer in the 7th.
So it's 10 minutes to 3, so Joe Castiglione's getting his award right now.
Oh.
He sent me a copy of the speech. It's really lovely. He's a very grateful kind of person, grateful and humble. It's lovely.
The 2-1 is outside.
He invited so many people from the 2000. They all came. Pedro Martinez and Trot Nixon, the planes got canceled because of the glitch yesterday, but everybody else is there. Clemens are there.
That's awesome.
All kinds of people came.
Well deserved.
He's just such a charming, nice, humble man from New Haven.
3-1. This is upstairs, and it's ball 4.
Grew up a Yankee fan, you know. Yep.
You know who his favorite player was?
I don't remember. He did tell me. My guess it would be Mickey Mantle. Like that.
Well, a young Yankee fan goes on to become a Hall of Fame radio broadcaster for the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
Radio Hall of Famer here in the booth with the Yankees. Pitch, line down the left field line, foul. Who grew up a Red Sox fan.
Right. David Ortiz came, Rich Hill came, the Clemenses came, all kinds of people. It's a testament to somebody, you know, when players come to the retired players come to the Hall of Fame to see you get inducted.
0-1 to Taylor Walls. The pitch misses inside. How did he describe speaking in front of a crowd? What did you say before?
He said, "I'm not used to being able to see the people I'm talking to." So he said he was a little anxious, and he did use that word. I'm a little anxious.
1-1. Misses low. Swing and a roll at a shortstop. Could be 2. Volpe flips to second for 1. The relay to first. It's not in time. Walls beats it out. And they get Caballero with the force at second.
Well, both Caballeros and Walls you're not going to get together. They're all very quick.
So here is Alex Jackson. And that average down to 0.92. He flew out to right field back in the 6th. That followed the 3-run homer.
He's not even on the interstate yet. 8 more points and he'd be at 100.
This one's bounced foul, third base side. Game summary brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. You got a nice day weather-wise up in Cooperstown as well.
Yep.
0-1 to Jackson in there for a strike.
It'll be interesting to see tomorrow because, as we said yesterday, they're expecting more retired players. And also from Mauer, that whole group is coming too because they're all retired too. More retired players than have ever been at a Hall of Fame induction.
The 0-2 off the outside corner.
As we said last night, everybody played for Jim Leland.
Yep.
And also everybody loved Jim Leland.
Yep. Leland going in, Joe Mauer, Todd Helton, and Adrian Beltre.
And Texas is bringing a whole plane full of people.
1-2. Hit foul off the first base side out of play.
See, but Beltre also had friends everywhere he was. Boston, Seattle, Dodgers. He had great years. A lot of people coming to see him get inducted also. If you've never been to Cooperstown, you don't have to go on this kind of weekend. It is a beautiful, beautiful place.
I was about to say, with all these retired players, I bet a number of them are going to Cooperstown for the first time.
Absolutely.
Always intrigued by how a player takes in Cooperstown the first time they visit. 1-2. Swing and a miss. There is strike 3. The slider gets Alex Jackson. And there's 2 away. Back to the top of the Rays lineup with Ahmed Rosario. Yankees trail 8-0 in the top of the 8th inning. Now the pitch. It's in there for a strike to the right-hander. Walls is at first with 2 outs. Taj Bradley in line for back-to-back wins. The 0-1. Low and away. Young righties tossed 7 scoreless innings. He was at 99 pitches after the 7th. Maciejewski to the plate. And it's a bouncer over to third. Charging in LeMahieu. Fires to first off balance, and it's in time. They get Rosario. And the side retired in the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, a runner left at first. Middle of the 8th in the Bronx. Yankees trail the Rays 8-0 on WFAN Yankees Radio. Electrified by the G.
Jazz leads off the bottom of the 4th. Jazz with a fly ball. Deep center field, and this game is tied.
Did it hit the facing of the second deck? I mean, a little two-seamer at 91, top of the strike zone, and Jazz kills those pitches up in the strike zone. He loves those fastballs up.
He absolutely destroyed this ball.
440 above the bushes in deep right center field. Jazz's 9th home run of the season. This one leads off the 4th, and we are all level set and one aside.
It's time for Play Ball Categories. Let's spin the wheel and see what we land on. Saves. Can you name every active player with at least 200 saves? Get those minds working. Let's get back to categories. Do you have your answers ready? Kenley Jansen, Craig Kimbrell, Aroldis Chapman, and Edwin Diaz all have over 200 saves.
Internet and mobile? You can too. Optimum. Where local is big time. Visit Optimum.com today.
Well, that is it for Taj Bradley, and there is Sean Armstrong going to finish this up. So a really nice afternoon for the 23-year-old.
Tossed 7 scoreless innings, allowed 1 hit. He's also struck out 5, walked 2, did it all on 99 pitches, and he has an 8-0 lead as he will watch the rest of this game from the dugout. Rays lead it 8-0 as we move to the bottom of the 8th, and Alex Verdugo will face Armstrong. The Rays right-hander pitched last night's game, allowed a run in an inning.
The fly ball pitcher, Sean Armstrong.
First pitch to Verdugo, misses inside. The left-hander's 0 for 2. So Bradley ended his day retiring 11 straight Yankees. The lone hit he allowed was the first batter in the first inning, Ben Rice. Pitch upstairs. Now the 2-0. Swing and a liner down the right field line, but it's foul. Kicks off the sidewall.
Just a little early for him.
So as it stands right now, the Yankees unable to stack back-to-back days of quality at-bats. 2-1. Popped him up. Third base area in foul territory. Rosario in foul ground makes the two-handed catch. And there's the first out. After the game, stay tuned for the post-game show presented by Verizon, the network New York City relies on. Anthony Volpe stands in. 0 for 2, reached on an error in the second, grounded out to third in the fifth. Yankees trail 8-0 here in the bottom of the eighth. The pitch called a strike to the right-hander.
Kind of diffuses all the excitement of last night, wouldn't you say?
A bit, yeah. The Yankees made the Rays pay for mistakes, but they also showed a lot with their at-bat quality. 0-1. It's in there for a strike. Today, with the approach against a strike thrower in Taj Bradley, they wanted to be aggressive, swing early in the count. They were unable to crack Bradley.
And what do they say? Momentum is the next day's starting pitcher?
Here's the 0-2. Low and away to Volpe.
It's like they change the pitcher every day. That's why it's hard to get. When you say momentum, it's hard.
Nestor Cortez allowed 6 runs in 4 1/3 innings. Now the 1-2. Low and away. Armstrong misses with a slider. The righty working from the first base side of the rubber with the 2-2. And it's lined in the air, right center field. Moving back is DeLuca toward the gap, but it drops in. It pats him, and it goes to the wall. Volpe will chug it to second, and he'll stand there with a 1-out double. First hit for the Yankees since the first inning, and it's a double for Volpe.
He's the first batter of the first inning, so he looks more. He does look a lot more comfortable, Volpe, doesn't he? Swing the bat better. That bat path is flatter.
He hit that pitch hard. It comes after a 2-hit night yesterday. That ball raced past DeLuca in right center, so here's Trent Grisham. Runner at second with 1 away. Yankees trail 8-0 in the bottom of the eighth. Grisham is 0 for 2, 2 groundouts. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Grisham, one of the few players with no batting gloves, as he sends this pitch past the first base bag with foul. Quickly 0-2 to the Yankees center fielder.
Did you ever ask him why? I've asked a couple of guys over the years, but never him. We'll do that.
Here's the 0-2. It's upstairs. What was the best answer you've received from that question?
Well, it's always the same answer.
Yeah.
Is that they can't feel the bat as well with the gloves. And they weren't worried about the bat slipping out of their hands.
Here's the 1-2. And it's tapped foul at home plate.
Some variation of that. Like that you can like to be connected.
That foul ball got a piece of Grisham. He's walking around slowly near home plate.
Give me a minute. Home plate umpire Manny Gonzalez has walked around, now putting his mask back on.
Yankees are down 8-0 in the bottom of the eighth inning. Volpe's at second with 1 away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Armstrong ready to deal. Here's the pitch. It's low to Grisham. A slider out of the zone.
And it drives the manager crazy. 8-0. Throw a strike.
Armstrong checks second base. And the 2-2. And it clipped Grisham. It hit him. Looked like it was on the right arm. So Grisham will head to first base.
Well, Alex Jackson going out to talk to Armstrong now. Let's see where that is. They just moved in, hit him right on the arm guard, right on the padding.
This is the first time this afternoon the Yankees have 2 runners on. And DJ LeMahieu will hit with 1 out. So Armstrong, who has been traded before in his career, he's a name that contending teams may look at as a potential trade piece.
I think there isn't, except for the kids, Bradley and Vaz, and I don't think anybody is safe on this team. But as Kevin Cash said, they won't know till they see how they go in these next 10 days. He said if we go 8-2, we might go one way.
Pitch to LeMahieu's a strike.
And if you go 1-9, it's a whole other thing.
Oh, 1. Misses low and away with a cutter. Most of the crowd still here as this team's trailing 8-0. The Yankees are down in the bottom of the 8th.
This would bring Tampa back to 500.
The 1-1 is outside. They have hovered around 500 this entire season.
All
never
season.
dipped too far below 500 and never able to climb 7-10 games above 500.
Well, they are 27-27 at home, and right now 21-22 on the road.
Pitch clipped foul to the net.
But it's evenly distributed. You'd think that it would be more at home and they'd lose a lot more on the road. But it would be, if they win today, they got a good shot. If they win today, they'd be 27-27 at home and 22-22 on the road. Now, how odd is that?
Exactly who they are. 500 team. The pitch is low and away. So it's 3-2 here to LeMahieu. He grounded out to shortstop in the 6th, struck out back in the 3rd. 2 outs, runners at first and second, and the count full. I beg your pardon, 1 out, runners at first and second. 3-2 the count, the pitch.
Ooh.
And it's in there, called strike 3. That's a sinker right at the knees. And LeMahieu down looking, 2 away.
And more boos.
LeMahieu has heard the boos the last 2 games. As Aaron Boone saying before today's game, that's the last thing that he feels LeMahieu has entering his mind. He knows how to play through that. The pitch to Ben Rice. Misses low.
Well, the other thing is that they're gentle boos because people know who he is and he's very likable and he's played great. And whatever is wrong, something is wrong.
The 0-1 hit foul off to the third base side.
You know what I mean? There's a difference because some of the vociferous boos are safe for other people. Colin Poche, the lefty, is now warming up for Tampa.
Now the fans know what DJ's given to this team. Armstrong ahead 0-2 on Rice. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chased a 4-seamer. And the inning comes to a close. Well, the Yankees get no runs on a hit. They leave 2. We go to the 9th. It's 8-0. Rays over the Yankees on WFAN.
Can you find Pete Alonso in this sea of Mets fans?
And Alonso drives one deep left field, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso with his 2nd home run of the day. Pete Alonso keeps on raking. Just very strong.
And there he is.
Changes for you for the Yankees defensively. Oswaldo Cabrera is in left field. Jahmai Jones is in right field. And Carlos Narvaez is behind the dish. And it's a good time to get him a little experience.
And Josh Maciejewski remains on the mound as we start the ninth inning. 8-0 Rays. They lead the Yankees. And Narvaez and Maciejewski will work here.
Well, this is a good chance to get Narvaez in because he caught him in AAA. I'm sure. And I'm glad they're giving him an inning, Narvaez. I know this is his major league debut. He doesn't care where it is, when it is.
Maciejewski's first pitch to Isaac Paredes, the all-star for Tampa Bay, is a strike.
You know, I was talking to Shelley Duncan about Narvaez when he got called up, and he said this kid can really catch.
Now the 0-1. Skips low in the dirt.
So if you didn't hear my stories the last time he was up, he's obviously related to Omar Narvaez. He's one of the youngest of all these kids, and the grandmother had created like a little league for all the relatives.
Pitch line foul on the third base side.
There's a bunch of them, including his father, who was a catcher also and a teacher. I said, sort of like the Molinas.
Narvaez is 25 years of age. It's his 8th pro season, and he makes his big league debut here.
Yeah. Still just 25.
1-2. It's upstairs to Paredes, who homered back in the 5th inning. 8-0 Rays, top of the 9th. Narvaez was added to the 40-man roster in the offseason. Had an earlier stint earlier this season, but didn't obviously play in a game as this pitch is popped up behind home plate. And it goes foul.
Kevin Kelly now warming for the Rays.
Maciejewski's 2-2. And it's low. The count goes full on Paredes. Three-two pitch. Tapped right in front of home plate. That is going to be a live ball. Narvaez picks it up and he tags Paredes for the out. So Paredes just stopped, looked at home plate umpire Manny Gonzalez, kept the bat in his hand, and Gonzalez called that a live ball.
And Kevin Cash is coming out for the explanation of that. Narvaez tagged him and then threw to first base just in case. And Cash probably trying to figure out whether that was a foul ball or not, what he called that.
And the replay showed that the ball hit the dirt directly in front of home plate. So Paredes is out. The ball finds you, I guess, Susan. Even the catcher. So here's Curtis Mead. And the pitch hit foul on the first base side. Game 3 coming up tomorrow. Again, a 1:35 first pitch on Sunday afternoon. 0-1. Upstairs to Mead, who has a pair of hits this afternoon. Drove in the game's first run in the 3rd on an RBI double.
Yeah, he played well when we saw him last time he was up.
1-1, laced in the air, left field, base hit. Cabrera will play it in, and it's a 3-hit afternoon for Curtis Mead. So he was recalled before the game today, put right into the 3 spot, and without any time to think, right? He has 3 hits.
Well, sometimes that's best. You don't have to think about it. Like, who am I facing? Well, he throws us his left hand.
There's a Rosarena. 2 home runs, part of a 3-hit day. And the pitch is upstairs for ball 1.
And that, of course, if you didn't hear, Yandy Diaz on the restricted list. Had some kind of family matter.
Yankees trail the Rays 8-0 in the top of the ninth. 1 out, 1 on. 1-0. Low in the dirt to Arozarena. Now the righty hitting home runs number 13 and 14 against Yankees pitching today. Hit a solo homer off Cortez in the fifth, a 2-run shot off Maciejewski in the seventh. And the pitch is low and away. Here's the 3-0. It's called a strike, a sinker in the zone. So Oswaldo Cabrera in left field, Jahmai Jones in right. Trent Grisham remains in center field. And the 3-1. Lifted in the air, left center field. Grisham moving back, it drops into the gap. He'll cut it off in the alley. Moving from first to third is Curtis Mead, and Randy Arozarena has his fourth hit of the day. It's a double here in the ninth.
And certainly because he has not been hitting at all. So he came into today's game hitting at 203. He's now up to 210. So everybody has raised their average today. Now it's up further, 213. So he's raised his average 10 points today.
Not only that, as Johnny DeLuca stands in, last night's loss for the Rays, as the pitch comes in, swung on and missed. Randy Arozarena didn't have the most sparkling night on defense. And like we talked about earlier, Taylor Walls, he came out and flat out said the effort probably could have been a little bit better collectively as a team. You don't think Arozarena heard that? 0-1. Upstairs, DeLuca ducks.
He's all over the place. Well, they hear it, and Kevin Cash has been saying that because this has happened all year, which is why the Rays are where they are. You know, this is a team that's always had great defense, always.
The 1-1. Hardliner on one hop to second base. Torres is up with it. He'll throw to first to complete the out there. Meade scores from third. Arozarena goes to third, and it's now a 9-0 Rays lead in the ninth. So DeLuca gets an RBI.
And this got a close-up of Marcus Stroman in the dugout. Tomorrow's pitcher.
Here's Jose Siri. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Yankees have been held to 2 hits this afternoon.
And one was the first batter of the game, which is...
Swings and misses at the second pitch, so Maciejewski ahead 0-2. A Ben Rice double in the first and an Anthony Volpe double in the 8th inning. Got 5 base runners all afternoon as the Yankees trail 9-0. Next pitch swung on and tapped foul right at home plate.
I'm thinking that they're going to give Cabrera a day at third base pretty soon here.
A couple of right-handers lined up.
Yeah. When they didn't want to switch him, they don't want him hitting from the right side. So I'll bet he plays tomorrow. Third base.
It's 0-2, the pitch. Tapped weakly toward third. LeMahieu up with it cleanly. Throws on the run to first, and it's in time. And the side is retired, but the Rays get another run here in the ninth. They do it on 2 hits. They leave a runner. We will go to the bottom of the ninth inning here at the stadium. It is 9-0 Rays over the Yankees.
Matt Olson now, who's having a nice night. Matt Olson to right center field. This ball is well struck, and that one is not coming back. And Atlanta check from their first baseman, Matt Olson, has a commanding 7-0 lead.
Slowly, quietly, he's been kind of coming around. Bunch of hits here lately, and then boom, that ball was hammered.
Michael Harris's homer was 426. Matt Olson did 6 feet better, 432.
It's not prevent collision, though provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See owner's manual for important safety information. Well-qualified lessees, 2024 Pathfinder SV 4-wheel drive. $62.59 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Disposition fee due at lease send. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. End 7/31/24.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning at the stadium. Yankees are trailing the Rays 9-0 as they face a new pitcher with 3 outs left here to try and get back in this.
And that's Kevin Kelly, the right-hander, all arms and legs when he throws.
So Kelly on.
Very well for them.
A 6'2" right-hander will face Juan Soto to start it off in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch, a strike at 90 miles an hour.
And that was right at the top of the zone. That was perfectly placed.
The Yankees with 2 hits this afternoon. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Came back with a sweeper at 77.
So from 90 to 77, that's almost like a fastball and change. That's exactly the ratio you want.
Soto was in front of that. He's 0 for 3. Flew out to center field in the 6th and grounded out twice to first. Kelly ahead 0-2. The pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, center field, hooking away from Siri on the run. He dives and he can't make the catch. It goes to the wall. Siri retrieves, and Soto sprinting around second. He's heading for third. Here comes the throw. Soto will slide in safely at third base. Juan Soto going to third on that fly ball. Siri couldn't come up with it, and the Yankees have a runner 90 feet away.
And it got by him, and that's one thing about Soto. And it's one thing about, ball players. They're not going down easily.
4th triple of the season for Soto, and that starts off the bottom of the 9th for the Yankees.
Well, we just saw that again. You throw it right over the middle of the plate. I don't care what the score is. They're going to hit it. We're looking at this catch again. He should have caught that. That was right there, Siri.
Here's Jahmai Jones, who entered the game for Aaron Judge in the top of the 9th inning.
I mean, it was hit very, very well, and when it first was hit, I didn't think he had a shot, but it did just about glance off the glove. He was there. He just didn't catch it.
The 1-0. Tapped weakly foul the third base side. That ball hit off his glove. Very, like you said, it just grazed it, but it happened before he left his feet.
Right. Well, he usually catches.
Siri with good speed in center field. Now the pitch. Bouncer toward shortstop. Walls charges, throws over to first. It's in time. Soto scores from third, and the Yankees avoid the shutout. RBI ground out for Jahmai Jones as Soto scores, and it's now 9-1 Tampa Bay.
I've asked so many players over the years, Justin, about, when they take you out and it's 9-0 in the 9th inning, does that one inning make a difference? And I'm told it does. Just to get watch. Different, shut your mind off for an inning.
Here's the first major league at bat for Carlos Narvaez. He swings and fouls the first pitch he sees.
Now, you got to understand that he knows what the score is, but this is his first major league at bat. The
0-1 off the outside corner. The nerves are still there. Yeah. Absolutely. An 8-run game.
And the excitement.
Yep.
He doesn't care what the score is. He's made it to the major leagues.
He hit 269 at AAA as the pitch comes in there for a strike. 9 homers and 47 RBIs in 71 games.
Yeah, that 76-mile-an-hour sweeper, that's going to fool a lot of people. coming after a 90-91 mile an hour fastball.
Kelly ahead of the righty Narvaez, the 1-2. Low and away, missed with the sinker. It's 9-1 Rays in the bottom of the ninth inning. And Narvaez awaits the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball right side through into right field, base hit. Carlos Narvaez has his first big league hit in his first big league at bat. And he's aboard over at first base.
And they're all calling for the ball. The whole dugout is still out there. They're applauding. Get the ball. And they have it. Give it to Aaron Boone. That's good for them. Good for him. Nice throw.
Little fist pump as he saw that ball go through into the outfield. So Carlos Narvaez has a hit in his first big league at bat. Here's Gleyber Torres. The pitch in there for a strike. 9-1 Rays lead at bottom of the ninth.
He's still smiling.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Another quality sweeper by Kelly.
And he's thrown that. That pitch has gotten more swing and misses. 78, 77. That was 78.
You're touching on the energy in the final inning moments ago. They showed a replay of that Narvaez hit, the 0-2. Swung on, looped in the air, left field. It drops in for a base hit. Up to second goes Narvaez. And Torres hits a single here in the ninth. Runners at first and second with one out. They show the Yankee dugout. It was as if the Yankees scored the tying run. They were so happy for Narvaez.
Well, it's been a long time for him. I know he's still pretty young. And Kyle Snyder, the Rays pitching coach, is out talking to Kelly. Do they have anybody up? Nope. What he's probably saying is, this is your inning. I'm sorry. We're not getting somebody up. It's 9-1 here. Figure it out. And this consultation on the mound is brought to you by the Barnes Firm Injury Attorneys. Call for a free consultation at 1-800-8-MILLION. By the way, that bottom of the eighth was sponsored by Local 3, IBEW, and NECA.
So Kevin Kelly will go back to work here against Oswaldo Cabrera, who has his first plate appearance of the afternoon. The pitch in there for a strike to the switch hitter. Oswaldo bats lefty. He's hitting .238 with 5 homers and 27 driven in just over 200 at-bats. 0-1. Swinging a hard grounder towards shortstop. Walls has it. Steps on second for one. Over to first. It's a double play, and it ends the game. A 6-3 double play concludes this one here in the ninth, and the Rays have taken Game 2 of this series 9-1 over the Yankees. Well, the Yankees, for much of the afternoon, not able to come up on offense. But here in the ninth inning, they do score 1 run on 3 hits. And they leave a runner as they fall here 9-1 against the Rays. Terrific starting pitching by Taj Bradley, who tossed 7 scoreless frames and allowed just 1 hit. As the Rays even this up, and they even their overall record up in 2024. They are now at 49-49, while the Yankees fall.
And here's the catcher, Moreno, a slow walk to the plate.
Moreno hits it in the air to left center field. Tavares and Carter on the move. That ball is